Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to our Friday witchy live stream. We do this every single week. I hope you guys had a good week. For those of you celebrating holidays, it looks like a lot of people had a good time. I know the holidays are not fun for everybody, but I do hope that whatever you were doing, that you had a lovely time and that it was fulfilling for you. Hello, hello. Okay, so welcome to our live stream. Today we're doing a fun one, blessings that are coming in the year 2024, although the readings that I do are timeless. So if you happen to be watching this at another year, hello from the past. I'm kidding. This will be timeless, hopefully. So, but we are doing this for 2024 if you're watching in real time. So what blessings are coming in for you in the year 2024? And as usual, you can be drawn to more than one pile because maybe you're just a really blessed person in the year 2024. We can only hope, right? So with that being said, we do have 3 piles. I'm just going to jump right into this. I'm feeling in a good groove. I'm feeling in a good flow. So hopefully that's coming in 2024 for all of us. So this is pile number 1, the crone. This is pile number 2, the queen. Damn, we got some good energies coming through here. And pile number 3, the desert. I just need you guys to know that I'm like flanked by cats right now. Like Soul's over here and Luna's over here. So maybe this is going to be like a really balanced year. I don't know. Between like masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so I'm going to hold all of them up really quick. At the same time, this is pile number 1 on this side. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Just take a moment, take a deep breath, settle your energy, and allow your intuition to guide you to your piles. Keeping in mind that everything that goes on in this space that we've created, this tarot reading, this energy field can assist and be a part of the message. Whether it's, you stubbed your toe, you bit your lip, you almost choked on a little bit of water, or as I always say, even if you're drawn, the way that you get drawn into the piles can sometimes be a message in and of itself. Thank you, Jackie, for the $20. All right, so let's just get right into this. I've already kind of been channeling the messages here for pile number 1, and I feel like this is a really powerful group, actually. So pile number 1 here is if you chose this chronal energy. Okay, so this is a group where you may have been around some like darker energies, and I don't necessarily know what I mean by that. It's like heavy energies, or like, been exposed to the darker side of human nature, the darker side of life, especially early on and potentially in childhood. And I'm hearing some of you might not even have been aware of like the heaviness of like the energies that were around you, but all of this, you're meant as like a warning system and potentially to like clear up certain things. I think you're an energy transmuter like on some level, but this has to do with the way that it is that you communicate. But of course, we need to be able to communicate about certain things that we know about. So I feel like this is a group that has developed a lot of wisdom, potentially like very early on in life. And I'm hearing like as you sow, so shall you reap is what I'm getting. So I think for a lot of you, you've made sense of a lot of really like heavy things in your world. And I think for some of you, I'm telling you, there's like really, really heavy things potentially that have gone on like around you. So the blessing though that I see coming in for you in 2024 is a message, is actually literally a message. And it's like a heads up kind of a message. But notice like this hand is like coming out and it's holding the crow or the raven, or I'm not entirely sure the difference between the two of them. I think it's a crow. So this hand is like just lightly holding the crow. And usually, when you walk by crows, it's like, hey, like they're very loud. So I feel like this is kind of like a warning. It's a bit of a heads up energy that's coming through in the form of this message, but it's quiet, it's silent. And this is kind of important. It's almost like you being able to sense something in the room because this message is actually for you. It's coming in here as a blessing. And I'm hearing like if other people were around or if other people were to kind of hear this, they wouldn't get it or it wouldn't make sense. Even to like make them aware of it might cause like panic, or it might cause I don't know, something here. But I feel like there's something that's being unearthed, but it's like kind of for your eyes and ears only. That's the blessing that's coming in for you because you know either how to like transmute that energy or what to do with that energy. And this message is coming in, okay, because I'm getting like strong Mercury Pluto energy, and some of you may have some kind of a connection between those two planets in your chart, or you may have like a transit that's happening here in the chart, but either I'm feeling the strong pairing here of those two energies. And this is like powerful communication, transformative communication. And I do feel like this is about some kind of an ending. Now, it could be anything that's literally coming through. It could be like, I don't know, maybe you invested in some kind of a stock, but it's like, hey, like you're going to hear something in conversation from a person who and this person that brings you this message is interesting as well. We'll talk about that here in just a second, but they're bringing you this information about an ending. Okay. So it could be like, you just hear something, but this is coming through like a dog whistle. Okay. Like not everybody can hear it. It's like, you're just going to attach to something. You're going to hear it and you're going to be able to make sense of it. Cause I just feel like you're used to doing this. Like you're kind of a person who's maybe used to, surprise, surprise, because you're into tarot, right? Like you're used to looking for the hidden information, or you can kind of pick up when there is hidden information, when somebody's hiding something from you, or when something is like you need to like dig in further for that. That's what's going to happen. That's going to bring you this information that either something is ending so you can make preparations, or that you need to end something, or that you need to dig further into something. And like I said, it could be anything. It could be like to do with Pluto is like money and other people's money. It could have to do with like Mercury, friends, siblings, something. It could be like a move that you need to make with money. It might have to do with something health related, where you're like, listen, if I keep going this hard, like I'm going to give out or something. But there's some kind of message coming in, and it's coming in from like, I think a Mercury Pluto type, which a Mercury Pluto type can be a very powerful orator. First of all, like they're very potent with their language. So it may just, I don't know, like you could just pick up on it. I don't know. But this is also a person who kind of can relentlessly study whatever subject it is. So I feel like you have some person who it's like a light bringer, a wisdom bringer that's coming in, but they probably won't announce themselves like that. Like, hello, I'm here to bring the wisdom. Like they're not, this is all like very subtle, but it's loud to you. I think it's loud to you because of who and what it is that you are. So there's a very potent, powerful message coming through. Now, it is coming through chronal force energy. So for some of you, this might come in the form of like an older person that's bringing this message, but I am hearing this song. What is it? Is it Mockingbird? I think from Eminem. It's like I'm looking down on you smiling and I didn't feel a thing, so baby don't feel no pain, just smile back. Yeah, and when I'm gone, don't mourn, like rejoice, carry on. I don't know. It's about like his passing, right? He's kind of like prophesying that. And I'm thinking that some of you may have somebody that has passed on that's actually bringing you this message. And they just want you to know, I'm looking down on you smiling and I didn't feel a thing. So baby, don't feel no pain. Just smile back. Like if you have worry that somebody died in pain, I feel like they're saying, I'm getting goosebumps. They're saying, no, I didn't die in pain. And I hear that a lot. Like whenever I look into this kind of stuff, that the death experience itself isn't actually painful. It's actually quite a release. People, a lot of times, like they don't even realize that they're necessarily out of their body. It's sometimes like they can suffer like before. It's like the being in the body, it's the deteriorating, it's the coughing, it's the, whatever. But the death experience is actually like a release, and it's very peaceful. And I think if you've worried about that with somebody, they're just coming through to say, I'm fine, and I hear you worrying about me, and I'm smiling down on you, and I love you so much, and I'm bringing in this message for you. This is a person who's very much around you, and I just heard 10. Like I feel like 10 years. There's a process that they're trying to. Okay, so this actually may kick off like a longer term process of messages that are going to come through, because they're trying to usher you through an experience, and they're trying to get you prepared for like, I don't know, like a bigger cycle. But I'm strongly feeling that for some of you, this is somebody passed on. But the message that they bring through may come through a different channel that may or may not be a chronal figure, like an older person. Okay, so it could be somebody who is just very intelligent in their field. Now, this could be a doctor. This could be a financial planner. This could be somebody who deeply and intensely, profoundly studies something. Okay, like it could be that. It also could be a child. Okay, it could be a sibling. It could be just in conversation. But I'm hearing that they're kind of dropping you little breadcrumbs. I'm hearing little Hansel, little Gretel, like heads up, heads up, eyes up, look alive. So this is also, it's a lesson for you in consciousness. So definitely, like, if you can just practice, bringing your energy down, even for like a minute a day, just like taking a breath, or like in the shower, or when you go for a walk, like just bringing your energy down. This is going to help you kind of connect with whatever that is, and being fully present is going to help you connect with and receive these messages. But it's important that you receive this message, and I feel like you will receive this message. Now, for others of you, okay, there's a specific message coming through. If somebody lost a sibling, like these siblings, I don't know. They work with you on the other side, and I think you may have more psychic gifts than you realize. They're giving, okay, this is a specific message for somebody. I'm hearing siblings, but it could be like sibling. They're giving you a message that they want you to give to somebody. And it feels like a parent, or it feels like something, they're saying trust your instinct, and you might feel like this is going to cause a fight or an argument. It could be about money, or it could be about a big death process or a transitional process or something like that. Or you may have to push somebody into like making, it's a death process of some time. Like, I don't think it's physical, but you might need to really make sure somebody goes to the doctor, or you need to pull your money out of that account, or you have to stop using your credit card just anywhere on the internet, Nana. Like, I don't know what it is, but these siblings are saying no. You see something. They might have something to give you about this person, or that you need to prepare for something going on with this person. But I feel like you are very trepidatious about wanting to give that person a message, because you kind of think that it's going to pop off, and it might, but they're saying you have to give the message. You have to give the message. They're probably going to annoy you. That's very specific. Now, for others of you, you may experience a loss this year. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be out of the blue, but I'm kind of wondering if you will be expected's a strong word, but it's like you may receive someone's last rites. And I don't even necessarily mean that in terms of like a formal process. It just could be somebody's going through a death or dying process, and they have some things. I'm just being told they have some things that they would like to get off of their chest. And this could surprise you, and you're just being asked to like hold space. Like, I'm seriously getting like a grandma who is like, no, like a pregnancy early on, and it's haunted me, and I feel guilt, and I don't know, and somehow you may be asked, okay, so this, oh yeah, you reap what, as you sow shall you reap, because that energy of Mercury is a channel. Okay, so I think you're being used as a channel, because this blessing energy is kind of going both ways. Okay. And so for some of you, I'm hearing doing this for another person might be what kind of opens the door for a kickback, for like a certain blessing to come in, where as this figure transitions over, they have a message for you actually on the other side. As you sow shall you reap. Like, there's something, I'm getting goosebumps again. Like, it's kind of coming back around. What you've done for them, they will do for you, but potentially for the other side, or they're going to walk you through your own death process. There's something here like that, and potentially you've agreed to this before. So there's some kind of like powerful message that's coming through. And again, it could be more than one, but I'm telling you, these are not loud. And I don't even think you're necessarily supposed to tell other people about this, because I think some of these are going to be like profound experiences, or you're going to sense the enormity of it. You're like, we need to move all of our stocks right now, and you want to tell everybody else, but everybody's going to think you're crazy. Nobody's going to listen, and it's just not for them. It's really not for them. I'm hearing they're on their own path. They're not being given that heads up, because they need to experience whatever, for whatever reason, there's like a lesson in it, but you are being given this heads up. And I think part of your message is you are a channel. You are some kind of messenger or a translator, and they're getting your systems up online is what I'm getting. I think that a lot of you, they're kind of breadcrumbing these messages to you, because I think this is a 10-year process where some of you are going to be just very powerful channelers, or not that you're not now. It's just, it's bringing you, they're strengthening your skill set in some way. That's why it's not loud. Okay. You're calming your energy, and you're just picking it up. And they're also potentially going to show you things that are going to change your life trajectory is what I'm getting. Because this is like so this is like a big transformation in your life path. I'm hearing like your lifeline or something like that. You have progressed your consciousness enough to where there is a possibility, there's a potentiality for you to kind of go a different way. And I'm hearing be of use to spirit, and you may be called. Okay, so this is another thing. It's like you may be called to give important messages, and this feels longer term. Okay, this feels like over a 10-year period. There's something about 10 years, okay, where I don't know if it's like in 10 years, there's like this really important message that, or maybe all the stuff that I'm saying of like, receiving a death rite or like something like that. You may say something to somebody, don't make it weird. Like, don't make it weird of like, I just feel like being loving and like, grandma, like the example I gave earlier of confessing something that, makes you feel a lot of shame, like, whatever her religion is, like, I'm sure Jesus loves you, like just reassuring people of the goodness and the benevolence of like God and our universe and everything. I don't know, but I feel like you're being prepared. There's something in 10 years, like either that you're working up to this like Mercury and Pluto kind of an experience, yeah, you're getting a heads up. There's something that's going to culminate in like 10 years. And it's going to matter. It's going to matter. Like that you've picked up on all these little like signals and signs. I'm kind of feeling like there's a major one every year. And it's like you're picking up on that. But it's like so another blessing that you're potentially getting is that Mercury-Pluto energy. So some of you might be called to like voraciously study a certain thing. Okay. And it could be to do with something like hidden. Something that you picked up in a conversation that just like, really sparked your interest, a field of study. I don't know, but I feel like that's another way that you could potentially receive messages. It's not necessarily coming through a person is what they're saying. So for some of you, it's like voracious study, but it's like quietly. And you don't, so one of my pet peeves is a lot of people really disrespect me and like they disrespect the knowledge that I hold and carry and that I've built up for myself over a long period of time and out of the pure like love and voraciousness of my own heart and soul. And I've noticed that a lot of people will talk to me differently than they talk to a lot of other people that I admire or I respect or I like to listen to. It's like, please just tell me the list of books that you read in order to become that, as if it's two-dimensional and it's just cut and paste. They want to remove me from the equation as the translator, as somebody who is honestly alchemized a lot of knowledge. I've pulled in a lot of different, I'm a Gemini, right? Like I'm that pollinator and I have really cross-pollinated a lot of fields. And I don't necessarily get that respect. It's like, well, you must have just learned that from reading a few books, as if this whole isn't greater than the sum of its parts. Nobody, like a lot of people come at me with that energy and I find it incredibly disrespectful. So like one of the things that people are saying is like, you don't need somebody else. It's okay if you respect another person. And some of these messages, I'm telling you, they're coming in from somebody who's like really solid in a certain field. And it could be a plutonic field. Somebody who like is a detective, somebody who digs, somebody who deals with like finances or something like that. It may come in from a person like that. I'm hearing you to respect them greatly. You don't need them though. That's different. You don't need them. It's just, they're going to give you what they give you, right? Like they're going to give you what it is that they give you because they're the source. They're the teacher. They could be the one, and it might not even be coming through one person. Like how I just said that I pulled from different fields and then I kind of alchemized it. You can do this too. That's not even like profound. You already know that you can do this. You've already been doing this, but it's about following your heart and about following your little self to like the authors and the books and the courses and the things that you are drawn to. And that's all potentially going to like alchemize. Yeah. And then there's that 10-year mark here as well. And potentially you are becoming this kind of a person. Yeah, I'm hearing pass it on. So it's like you are then going to become this person as well, where you are in charge of your own knowledge. This is the other thing. Pluto is you take the reins of it. I will give you what I want to give you, right? Because knowledge is power and you can't just trust anybody willy-nilly with certain things of power, right? Because of what people do with it. People weaponize knowledge all the time. So you will then become this chronal figure for someone else. You will be a part of their journey. And it's this kind of like pass it on sort of an energy. So they're building up wisdom in our world. And then they're showing me, especially with this group, like each group has the capacity to alchemize certain different fields and like mix them all together, if that makes sense. So you have a lot of messages coming in. And to be honest, if you're spending any time alone or infirm, I'm hearing infirm, if you are ill of the body, it is to build up the mind, or it's to build up the spirit, and it's to encourage you to spend some time alone, which is initiating you into some kind of chronal force where you are going within and you are potentially, again, like studying, reading a book, learning, something like that. You could potentially be in a space, even if you're listening to podcasts or something, that could be how you are introduced to like whatever these chronal figures are that are coming in order to give you this heads up kind of an energy. Yeah. But I do feel like a major cycle is ending here. And then potentially I'm noticing like the 3. So you could be brought into some kind of like other group or something like that. But it's a group of people who have also had cycles ending. Yeah, and I'm just getting the energy of the bardo. So, yeah, and I'm hearing bone. So, like the bone traditions, which is, again, very shamanistic. This is a very shamanistic group. And so if you're being pushed inward, it's because you have this capability. You're some kind of, like, I want to keep bringing you back to this. You're some kind of energy transmuter. And you're meant to, like, transmute some kind of energy. But it's not like you can just do it, right? Like you have to kind of learn how to turn that skill on or something like that. And that's what's coming in for you. Okay, so let me get some more cards here. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Look, Ace of Cups, I'm telling you, there's an offering coming in. Look at this like offering in imagery. There's an offering imagery that's coming in here from spirit, and it's a new beginning, and it's of that watery element. So it's spiritual, it's intuitive, it's loving. Okay. Yeah, and like, look, we've got the Eight of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So it's not coming in through thought, because for some of you, it's like that thought energy may be keeping you small and may make you doubt. So whatever, okay, that's also it. The blessing that's coming in, that's like very transmuting. It's meant to, hold on. Oh my gosh. Interesting. They just told me to look up at the number of people in here, because it was at 155. Now it's at 145. That's 10, right? Like, remember I kept saying there's something here about 10, but they're saying like, they're pushing people. Not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to receive the message. That's another thing that they're saying. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so yeah, like with this thought energy, it's like you are always doubting yourself. It's too much mental energy that's like going around. And so that's what this transmutation, that's the blessing of this, is it's going to come in, it's going to be an intuitive hit. You're going to lean into it, and it's going to transform something in a major way. And there could be, for some of you, like a windfall of money, or you're going to like avoid a major catastrophe. I'm telling you, it's going to be like major. The effects of this will be major. And I don't know when you're going to be able to tell that that was a major turning point for you. Because for some of you, maybe it's 10 years, but you're going to recognize like, for some of you, I'm hearing it's going to be instant. Like you're going to recognize like, I pulled out of there just in time. I'm telling you, it's major. It's really big. Yeah, for some of you, I can see that there's somebody, that this chronal figure there's somebody here who's potentially been watching you in silence, who's been watching you struggle, watching you like with a burden, and they've really been watching you with great interest, and they may want to invest in something here that you are doing. So you could have an investor that's coming in here as well. But they may invest wisdom into you. So this person, again, they may see what it is that you're doing, and they may, and this is somebody that you respect. So I'm not talking about the person who just declares themselves your mentor, walks up off the street, and then wants to say that you're, unwise because you should listen to them. Like, no, this is a person you hold in high respect, you hold in high esteem, that you don't maybe necessarily know is watching you and can relate to your struggle a lot, because this person was showing up as the King of Wands and you're showing up as the Ten of Wands. So this is somebody who's mastered the Wands suit. So you may be in a very competitive field or a very competitive environment, and this person sees it and they recognize that you're almost to the end of it, but they also recognize that you're so focused on like whatever this burden is that you can't necessarily look up and like see out into the world. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and stay away from people. Part of this message as well could be blocking yourself off from somebody who is always asserting. They have no humility, is what I'm hearing. Listen for humility in people. Yeah, so they're bringing me back to knowledge is power. Knowledge is its own power. Listen to the knowledge that somebody holds and their ability to transmute that in their own life. That speaks for itself. Somebody who just has to kind of yell and shout and their superiority above people, that's not the person you want to be listening to. But also, I think you may have blocked yourself off from this person, and that will reap its own rewards, is what I'm getting, because this person is in devil energy, and they are being, this is another blessing actually for you and them, because I think this person may be under a period of divine judgment, first of all, but they're healing and they're potentially watching you from afar. And that's actually, they need to, I'm just watching Spirit put something in their mouth, but it says humility on it. Spirit's forcing humility down this person's throat to where they need to pipe down. They need to take a back seat. They need to be in this Aquarian energy. They need to watch. They need to kind of watch from afar, because this person's always somebody, that's like around. They're always asserting themselves, and they need to stop, because this person can't learn. They can't receive the message. They can't transmute that energy. If they're always talking, I'm hearing if you're always talking, then you're not listening. Because this person is in double energy and they need to have a different perspective. So again, this is you giving a blessing, but your blessing is like kind of being away from this person. Like Spirit is really protecting you here. So let me just see. There's a lot of blessings coming in here for this group. A lot of blessings. Thank you, Kimmy K, for the $5. Oh, thanks. Just cause, she said. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Okay, let me see anything else, and then potentially we're gonna move on, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of blessings coming in here, but they're showing me just filling up a tool bag, because this is a group. I'm hearing work, 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 work. Like you kind of have to work for spirit. Like I think you signed up for this in some capacity, or you have the capacity for it and you have picked up on that. And so the blessings are getting you more and more into a position. Now I do have to warn you, this may be a heads up for some of you. It is not easy to work for spirit. And a person who like really helped me to understand this, his name is Paul Selig, and he is a really phenomenal channel. And he says when you start channeling for spirit, your vibration has to raise quickly, sometimes in a very short period of time. And what that means is that there can potentially be a lot of death energy. So for some of you, they're wanting to let you know this is a blessing. This is actually a blessing. If certain people are leaving your life because you have to say your truth finally, and it's actually, you know, it's going to transform the conversation or it's going to transform the relationship, that's you dropping your baggage and like kind of moving on. And he compares it to getting into an elevator. And he says a lot of relationships kind of can't come with you because you're going so fast. It's like trying to hold on to somebody on the first floor and then you have to get up on the 12th floor. And how are you supposed to maintain that, you know? So, but for some of you, and it might be a path of solitude, more solitude. Now, if that's disagreeable to you, then this isn't your pile. This isn't your message. Like it's always, you can get off of it. Like your consent is like fully required. It's actually like a very hard path to be able to do that. And so that could be that 10-year period that I'm picking up on where you are deading, in a sense, like certain ideas. It's mental energy. It's mental energy. You're deading certain conversations and relationships and things like that. Oh. And that actually contribute to your fears and illusions. This is a clearing out of the psychic space, is what is going on. And an offering of like a much more peaceful existence, because there's been a lot of contradictions. But they're showing me that there's Interesting. They're showing me there's a contradiction, conflicting ideas. So it's like you have potentially onboarded to a new worldview, but you're not. They're going to start showing you how it's in conflict with your old worldview, and how it's like they're kind of fighting for dominance because they don't easily like kind of fit together yet. That's okay. But doing that reconciling work, something is going to have to fall away because you can't like walk that middle path. You have to just kind of, there's like this like transformative death process that's coming through, but it's in the realm of ideas. That's what's holding you back. And that's also what's causing you to manifest potentially like conflicting things is what I'm hearing. But that's all moving. And this is a part of a greater process, but I feel like it starts in the year 2024. Okay. And another thing is that certain things might be unearthed. Okay. Now I'm seeing this crow kind of like pissed. So I feel like that's you. I feel like that's you. Because I think certain things might be unearthed about what your friends had said about you or what your siblings had said about you, or certain things are going to be unearthed about what certain people said about you, or just certain ideas that they have that might impact you. I don't know. I'm just seeing you like, what? Like, I don't know. Certain things are going to be unearthed here. I think especially at the beginning of 2024. And that might that might be what prompts some of these conversations and I just want to go back because some of you, if you have siblings that have passed over, they're like, you have to tell mom. Like you have to, you know, or like you have to tell dad. Like if you don't tell them, no one's going to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to, for their own soul development. You need to hold up that mirror that they're hurting you or that they're not doing the right thing or something like that. I feel like something could get unearthed in a conversation that is going to make you have to say some kind of powerful truth. That could be going on. And it's a blessing regardless of what happens. It's a blessing for them. And if the relationship or something ends, it's actually kind of a blessing for you in some way. Yeah, spirit, you have free will here. Gogo says, will spirit let you leave the path? Like, yeah, you have free will here. The thing is you reap what you sow. Like that's what they're saying is like, but I am getting that, like, again, what I was saying, like being a channel for spirit, I'm hearing it's really not a lifeline that is given to really anybody. Like it's something that while you're here, you do kind of opt into, except for like very, very advanced souls that they have no reason to incarnate except for to deliver messages and to deliver the truth or the Dharma is what I'm hearing. Like that's a very rare occurrence. I'm hearing like you have to choose this path while you're here. Like you have to kind of work up to it and choose it while you're here, but you can unchoose it at any time. And it's not something that's held against you. It is just like a fast track though. And not everyone wants to take a fast track like this time around or any time around. And it's not expected and you're not punished for not taking it. Okay. But if you do take it, there are a lot of blessings that you bestow on other people. And then you in turn also receive blessings. even though it might be hard at first, especially like clearing out that energy system. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. And Janae said, I guess the speed of it all is making my head spin a bit. And I don't know if you can talk to them and ask them to dial it back, but talk to them. Like I'm hearing pray, talk. There's power in like communication. You know, there's the law of non-interference. So it's like if you, and that's like from the Thoth, like I highly recommend that people read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. But yeah, so like just talk to them and say like, and just ask. There's no harm in asking is what I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be a wish fulfillment for a lot of people. You're clearing out a huge karmic cycle, which is what is, okay, yeah. So the last thing that I'll say about this group is congratulations. I do feel like you've cleared out a major, major karmic cycle, and that's never easy. It's always the energy of Saturn, restriction, obstacles, blah, blah, blah. So you have really done that, and that's what's causing, like, that's what's sparking this, everything that I've mentioned here about this, the messages that you're giving, because that's part of deadening the energy. That's part of clearing out, like, that cycle. You're kind of, it's the finality, it's the departure, it's the, here's the, my last little nugget for you is that, you know, I find you difficult to be around and I'm leaving, you know, for some, that's a blessing actually, is what they're saying. For some of these people, that's a blessing to actually hear the truth about themselves and the way that they make you feel. And that's a blessing because some of these people have amassed power, through their communication, or they're slick about their communication, and you know it. And you know it. And so it's like hard for people to kind of tell this person the truth. You delivering your truth and then leaving is such a powerful message. It is a blessing for those people, but you have cleared out a major karmic cycle. And that's where I feel like, yeah, so you're no longer manifesting in some kind of lower vibrational energy. You've started something different and you need to start expecting something different for yourself is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you're going to get the tail end of it out of here, but that's what this next 10 years is about. So, but it's about following the heart and it's about following the intuition. About manifesting. And the last thing that I'll say is like, every time you start to kind of like worry or panic, just remind yourself about what it is that you're manifesting. Oh no, but I'm manifesting this, like, you know, and just leave it at that. Leave it at that. Cause you are manifesting on a different level. So this is about letting it go, like letting the final pieces of it go. And this blessing that's coming in is because you've cleared out a bunch of old karma that was weighing you down and it made you a lot more dense. Like it made your energy a lot more dense. So now these spiritual messages can kind of come through, whether it's at first it'll come through other people and then you're going to start to validate it within yourself. So that's really all. I've gone on and on here for pile number 1, but there's so many blessings coming in for this group, and you will be a tool through which spirit gives people their blessings. And messages that they need to know. And do not be surprised. I can say this from my own experience. Do not be surprised if you get tested about, are you going to tell somebody the truth? Are you going to tell someone a comfortable, convenient lie that will keep them in darkness and ignorance? Because that's not what the spiritual team is about. So you need to prove your willingness to do that. I'm not saying you can't do it with tact and grace and care and love, because it all comes from love. And I'm literally hearing, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. And that's not really like a Christian thing or not. It's just like, because God loves you. Your creator loves you. All of this is for love. It's no act of love to allow somebody to keep living in ignorance and to not tell them the truth of something, you know? And I'm also hearing some people are just clung to like things that they've reached such a tipping point of, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't, like, you know, but they've built themselves up in the wrong avenue, and they need to hear that they need to stop investing in that avenue if they want things to actually change. And they're going to push back, and it's all your fault. And they don't want to hear you say that. And, you know, and you're like, I don't know, you from Adam. I haven't been building your life alongside you. Like, why don't you take a little credit? Why don't you take a little credit? You know, because that's your point of power. So some of you, it's like you need to kind of tell the hard truth to people, especially here at the beginning. It's going to dead certain relationships. And that, I know for me, I can say like that was a huge spiritual test. And so you may need to kind of go through that. But then Luna's playing in the kitchen. You will be, that's Luna. See, the emotions are going to kind of kick up. Do not be afraid of people's emotional responses. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Nice. Truth tellers. Yeah, it's a hard road. The truth telling road is a hard road. You guys ever see that meme of easy or pretty lies and hard truths? And like the line for pretty lies is like really, really long. And then the line for hard, difficult truths is like very, very short. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, and for me, that's like Leah saying like that was a tough test for her. It's an ongoing test for me because it's just not ever easy for me. I wish you guys could see the throne that Alex just made for Luna. Okay. So moving on here to pile number 2. Okay, so this one has been haunting me for a couple of days, I'm pretty sure. Like this message that's coming in here. And it's hard for me to like ascertain the symbolism of what it is that I've been seeing. So I don't know if that kind of also parallels over into your life experience here with this blessing, okay? So this is the energy of the Queen. Now, what I'm getting a lot of symbolism here for this. You may be incredibly visual people, and that I'm being told is something you need to tap into for your psychic talent or your psychic ability, okay? But they're showing me this. I'm not even entirely sure what this means, okay? So I feel like basically your blessing in 2024 is your strength, your power, and your sovereignty here in some way, but it's a very tangible way. And I think it's rooted into like maybe your own like dominion or your own authority here in some way. So some of you, this could be equating to some kind of like a promotion or working for yourself or some working from home. I just heard like something here like that. I think could be a tangible manifestation of this blessing that is coming in. For some of you though, I'm hearing like this could be a figure that's coming into your life that is the Queen, benevolent authority. Now, if this is a figure that's coming into your life, this person may be incredibly misunderstood whenever you first meet this person because they might come off like they're a hard ass or that they are, the B word a bit, but they're not. This is a person who is, they're just no nonsense, okay? And if they are being not very nice to you or you don't think that it's very nice, check equality. Okay, check for equality. Because that's what this person, they really expect equality. But for a lot of you, I think that this is just going to be you. You are turning into this person. Okay, now the symbolism that I've been seeing for the last couple of days, and I kind of didn't know where it was coming from. So again, this could mirror in the way this blessing comes into your life. Oh, because there might be a decision that you're making and you feel like it's meandering and you don't really know what's going to kind of come of it. But from what I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles guy, right? Like he's kind of juggling those two of Pentacles, but I'm seeing him from behind. Like in the moment after tarot, I'm seeing him from behind and he's kind of like, wobbling these Two of Pentacles and he's headed towards that ship, right? But from my perspective, I'm like watching this person from behind and I'm almost following them in a way. So I don't know if you've been following a person who you're waiting on to make some kind of a decision here. And this could be in any realm. This could be in career. It could be in love or romance. It could be in your family. But I'm just getting the sense that I'm kind of trailing behind this person who is trying to make a decision here. And I feel like I've put a lot of faith in this person or that I have a lot of weight riding on this person's decision or something like that. And I'm so focused on the pentacle that I want that person to choose because his choice, this person that I'm watching, and this could be an aspect of self here as well. This could be your masculine aspect of self. Keep in mind, masculine is like the doing energy. What should I do? It's some kind of active principle. What should I actively do? What not just decision should I make, but what action should I take, right? So this could be an aspect of self too. But this decision that I'm watching this man make, it's to do with the builder and the saboteur. And from my perspective behind this person, I know which pentacle is the builder energy, the healthy energy. And I know which pentacle is the saboteur energy. So I'm watching this person juggle these kind of like in the air, and I'm so invested on this person choosing like the proper pentacle that I forget to look at him. Okay, and honey, he's a mess. He's a mess, right? He's kind of dressed in that like clownish gestury kind of like, and he's all off kilter and he's all off balance, but he's wearing red in my mind. I can't remember if he is in the card or not, but he's wearing red, which is a symbol of power and it's a symbol of action, right? And he's got that big tall hat. He's got a lot of thoughts and stuff. And so this person, what's tripping them up is kind of similar to the energy in pile number 1, but it's like so much mental energy. And the key is the heart. And I'm associating this with your energy. So, or maybe this is your feminine side, okay? So it's like this person, I just feel like maybe that's part of the blessing is you're going to see that, you've kind of been following this person or you've kind of been waiting on them. For some of you, this is something that happened in the past and there's a kickback coming around to you here I just heard in this lifetime. So for some of you, this is a past life thing. Okay. So this person though, now I want to jump to your energy. Okay. Because I see you walk around from behind a hill. And this hill, it's like a Hobbiton hill, but you remember from Lord of the Rings, Hobbiton, like all their houses are like in the hills and they have like big round doors. So I'm seeing that, but the whole front side of it is gold or like brushed brass or something, but it's thick. It's some kind of alchemical metal. It's thick, it's heavy, and it has like a big lock on the front. And this is your heart. This is an actual, sign of your heart, because the hill, it looks like Hobbiton. It's all lush, it's green, it's beautiful. The gold even of like the lock is beautiful, and it's like meticulously made, and it's very homey. And so I see you walk around this hill alone, like because this person I think took off away from you. And then I see you open the lock and I see you sit yourself in there and just put your head between your hands, and there's just this little ledge that you're on behind the door. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to kind of try to analyze whatever this is that I'm seeing, but I'm seeing this for this group. And this is you kind of locking yourself away in your heart space in order to grieve. But then I see you kind of come back out, and it's interesting because there's like a void energy, and you jump into the void, and then I'm like, well, where do you go when you jump in there? And it's back up on top of the hill, which to me is a signal of leadership, right? So you're kind of the leader in this very lush energy. And I feel like it's telling me that you are incredibly connected with your heart space. This will pay off for you. Maybe in the year 2024, I think you're going to see the benevolence of this. You're going to see the growth of this, because that builder energy, it's like you build, it's one foot in front of the other. It's slowly over time. You're not looking for that quick payout. You're not looking towards anybody else to give you what you know you can build. You can rightfully build for yourself, because you know that you bring a lot of, and this feels Venus, like it feels art, creativity, compassion, working together, diplomacy. You can kind of navigate any situation. That's really what I'm getting. And from a heart space energy, but also you're nobody's fool. Like this feels just like the queen. It feels like very sovereign kind of energy. This is you. And I feel like there could have been something here in the past that you felt disregarded. You felt like somebody chose the saboteur energy. Okay. And so jumping back over to that masculine energy, right? Because I'm seeing him walk away from that lush green area that is your heart. I'm seeing him walk into the desert, and the desert is a symbol of Rahu. And Rahu is not necessarily a bad energy, okay? But again, builder or saboteur, because this person needs to build towards their Rahu in a healthy way. But I think this person chose the saboteur energy. So they walked away from this lush land. They walked over the sand, and then they got onto a ship. And I'm seeing it as like a pirate ship, which again, it's like that saboteur energy. They're not creating the value or anything. They're trying to steal it from other people. But there's a misunderstanding of what this pirate ship is, because I'm watching this masculine energy get off of another ship on the other side. I hope this is like making sense and it's not like too confusing. Thank you so much, Taufa, for the 1999. Okay, so I'm watching this masculine energy. It's like where you found this masculine. They got off of a ship. And that's when they met your like lush heart. So this person came into your life, right? They could have moved literally from another place or something, but that ship that they landed on is much different than the ship that they're getting on board to. Because the ship that they landed on was like actually just like a, I don't know, commerce ship or a taxi of sorts. Like there was nothing like nefarious going on. And spirit brought them to you, is what I'm hearing, like to your heart, to your benevolence. And then they want to get on this other ship that's like a pirate ship, okay? And for the feminine energy, because I think maybe you were also making a decision. I don't know. I'm hoping this is making sense. You were potentially also making a decision as to whether or not you were going to go with this person. But I feel like this person was so focused on themselves that they weren't really thinking about you. And they could have been in a precarious situation financially. They were trying to make some kind of decision, and it might have been where to plant their seed, like where to actually set up root or to set up home base or something like that. And you were just kind of following this person like at a distance, just like watching, like silently, like, what are you doing? Like, this is no contest. Like, because you are a master builder. You may have a lot of Taurus in your chart. You could have a transit in Taurus. You could have a progressed sun in Taurus. You could have a progressed something in Taurus. But I feel like Taurus is the master builder of the zodiac, right? So I'm just picturing you know how to build, and you're like, here's where you build. This is where you build. But this person's like, I know, but I got this flyer where it's like, but I could just make a bunch of money real quick if I just get onto this pirate ship, right? For some of you, I think this is you, and you are being rewarded for like having not done this. There's something about this scenario that I'm not quite getting, okay? But so I'm seeing this person leave off on that pirate ship. Now the thing is, for the feminine energy, getting on that pirate ship is dangerous, okay? Like there is something not right, because I'm hearing disposed of. Like you would need to be disposed of in some way, and they would, I don't know, it could be through like character defamation or sabotage, like something, like your energy, because you're a builder and because you have that perspective of like, well, we need to take things slow and steady. We need to make sure we have our sane goggles on, like, because there's something not right about these people, and it's because they're so antithetical to your own energy. That's like really what I'm getting, because that is like the saboteur energy. So it's really imperative that the feminine not go. So if something happened, or maybe this is going to happen in 2024, and that's the blessing energy. If something happens and you can't go, and this person leaves without you, and you're heartbroken about it, I'm telling you it's a blessing. And you may realize that in 2024, because this person is going to wash back up onto your shore in some way, shape, or form, because this person is not going to get where they were going to go, because this is karmic for that individual. Like whoever is thinking about, am I going to get on this pirate ship, or am I going to stay and build things the honest way, the slow way? Like slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? Like that decision is very karmic for them. And so you're not to chase after them, and you're needed wherever it is that you're at. Okay. But this is a heart energy. So for some of you, it's like you could be needed, like literally to stay in like whatever physical location, but you would feel that strongly in your heart, because there's so much heart-centered energy here. You would know, I'm exactly in the place where I need. I'm already building. I'm already on my life path. I have my head on straight. Like you would already know those things, okay? Because that's where, when that person went off, I'm seeing you kind of walk around because you got left in a sense. But I keep seeing you pop up on that hill, and they're showing me that what looks like a chunk of earth that you're on, it looks like planet or something. I don't know. It just looks like earth that you're used, like walking outside your door. Like it's a ship. Like it's actually a ship. It's just huge. Like it's huge. And that's the hill is like you being at where the steering wheel is. And like the captain's quarters is underneath. That's what I'm seeing, that little Hobbiton hill. That's your captain's quarters. And like you standing on top is like you rowing the ship. So spirit, when I keep seeing you try to tuck yourself into your little heart space and okay, I'm going to recover for the night. And then you're like, well, what happens if I go over here? And then it just plops you up like at the top. Spirit is like, I need you to steer my ship. I need you to steer. You need to somehow be in the driver's seat. I'm getting goosebumps. Like you need to be in the driver's seat, and you might not realize it, but you are driving a ship. It doesn't look like a ship. So it's like this person couldn't see you. Maybe this is a repeat experience. People couldn't see your vision. People couldn't see your values, because that's what it is. It's the builder or the saboteur. And so this person is going to get themselves this masculine energy, and maybe this is you trying to make a decision. Like take this however it's resonating for you, because for some of you could have been split, and I'm telling you, where you were split is like your masculine and feminine side. So yeah, like thinking that you had to go out and like cause something to happen for yourself, or versus like slowly building something, because the changing of the seasons and stuff, and like watching an oak tree grow into an oak tree, it's like the growth is like so small over time. Have you ever watched, and this might be really good for you in 2024, have you ever watched like those nature cameras where you can see like a flower like bloom, but they speed it up? You know what I'm saying? But it's so minute, like you just don't notice it when it's happening, but then so much happens, but it happens so slowly. So either this is the path that you've gone on, and this is going to pay off for you in 2024. And not only that, but people are going to see your value. They're going to see your worth. I'm hearing net worth. So for some of you may have assets or something. It's going to be apparent to other people that your way was the right way, basically. And like I said, I'm seeing that masculine energy just wash back up onto the shore. And you may need to, and like this feels, I don't think there's going to be a relationship or something, as I'm hearing that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. When that masculine got on that ship with those saboteur people, that ship has sailed, right? But there could be something of like showing kindness or compassion, because that's like your way or something. I don't know. But that's like this kind of queenly energy that I'm seeing you step into. And I just feel like there's a power that you have, but it's a nurturing power. And I'm also seeing here, like with this queen energy, like I'm picturing this moon energy, which keep in mind what the moon is. It's like emotions and it's fears and it's illusions, but it can also be like beauty and elegance, and it could be receiving some kind of an acclaim, okay? But like behind it, you know that there was that void energy, or there was that you hiding yourself away. But I'm seeing, like in the Jesus story, like they put Jesus in the cave, and the women, like 3 days later, the rock, the boulder is like removed. That's what I'm seeing this moon is. It's like the boulder. And I'm seeing that the lock thing over your heart space, like that's like kind of rolled away. Or it's something that you can roll away. Okay. And that's where your power comes from. This to me is shadow work. Okay. I just heard shadow work. So, like, I think, again, that's you tucking yourself away. So I think some of you could give a very strong front. You are a leader. I'm hearing you're leadership oriented. And so you give a very strong front. People don't really know like your shadow work that you're doing, but that's ultimately where your power comes from, is because you know exactly who you are and you're connected with that space. And that's what you've been doing when you've been kind of tucking yourself, is you kind of have been looking into the void, and then you've been getting up and you've been doing the thing. You've been doing whatever it needs to get done. So you're very connected with your shadow. And I think that, see how she's like got that snake on her arm that's like very tamed, and it may be very snake-like energy. Some of you, I'm hearing like you are very skilled at manipulation, but remember the word manipulate means to handle with dexterity. So you could have a skill that you have, like she's holding the snake like with her hand, so you could be very dexterous with your hands. I'm hearing some of you though, like you're very persuasive. You're very manipulative, but in a good way. Like you work for the right team. And so you're finally embracing those qualities where you can deploy that in order to get people on side. Because, and potentially that's what I'm seeing this masculine energy that washes up on shore. You're like, if I had only, not that you're taking on too much responsibility for this, because I think you're kind of like, hey, you want to choose to sleep with the pirates, you get scurvy. Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of vitamin C here. There's something like that, but it's like, you kind of realize like if you just had said like, you're an idiot, like smack them up aside the head metaphorically with the truth, pile number one. I'm hearing truth teller again, like that you might have felt like, well, I think you have respected other people's sovereignty a lot. Like you've allowed other people to make their decisions a lot, and, maybe people have not returned that to you. Like you always have people just like dumping in on you. And that's why you've had to learn to kind of tuck yourself away. But you're like, no, I actually have an elevated perspective. I think you can see it in the way that I live my life and the way that my life has unfolded, that I am actually a person with something valuable to say. So let me say it. And potentially you're going to make a career out of this. Some of you are going to be consultants, or you're getting promoted, or in people's like elevated. I'm hearing an elevation in your status. I feel like there's going to be some kind of elevation in your status. But first it happens behind the scenes. Like first your energy grows and you don't even maybe necessarily realize that you're putting out like a different vibe. Okay, interesting. A lot of people have a lot of hidden truths that they want to say to you. That's maybe a theme in 2024 because I came out in pile 1, but this feels like coming in from a potential love interest or something. Some of you are also going to have a lot of, like if you're doing online dating or something, I just feel like a lot of people are going to be interested in you. And I'm seeing you not really want to open the messages or deal with it, to be honest, because I think you've got your own thing going. I think you're finally happy in the world that you've created for yourself, to the point where I'm hearing like it's just drawing a bunch of people in. The smell, I'm hearing like ambrosia or something, like people are being kind of like drawn in, and you are in your purpose and you are living your life and you're steering your own ship. And I can't stress this enough. It's like, there's so much green, there's so much foliage. It's like the ship of like your heart, and it's actually going somewhere. So I think for some of you, it's like, you could have felt that you were on this path for a long time and you didn't realize you were on a ship and you didn't realize you were steering it and you didn't realize it was going somewhere because the changes were happening so slowly, but you are starting, okay? To reap the rewards and the benefits. This is only going to grow stronger and stronger. It's going to take more and more root. This is another, like, I'm hearing 10 to 15 years with this group. I'm hearing more like 15 years. This is going to continue to blossom and grow and expand. Again, in that slowly but surely way. And it doesn't mean, like you've seen the graphs where things grow and it kind of up and then down a little bit, but then back up. But you will be able to tell. I think you can actually tell that you've been steady increasing. Something here like that. Yeah. And like there's an immense amount of power behind you too, because look, like we have the moon energy here, which is feminine energy, and it's the full moon here. So there's a lot of energy. You're at your full moon. So you could have a lot of energy. Also, like full moon, that was like party time. So maybe there's like celebrations. I feel like you're gonna be looking sexy too. Like especially if you're going to parties, like your jewelry, your scent, like elegance. There's an energy of elegance that is around you. You might not even realize that people see you this way, but people see you this way. And then see, like we have this void energy behind. Okay, so this always reminds me of is it the destroyer? Yeah, the destroyer card in this deck, like the black that comes kind of like behind it, like shooting out. I think this is your superpower because I think you're very loving, but I think this is something you've learned. I think when shit hits the fan, you can say the hard thing. And not just the hard thing, but it's like you can fire somebody. You can, tell somebody it's not working out on the dating scene. Like you are in control. That's what I feel like your blessing is. But Spirit is saying you gave yourself this blessing. And part of your blessing is knowing that you gave yourself this blessing. And also you, once again with this pile, you are the blessing to other people because you are an incredibly capable leader. This is exactly, I mentioned this, I've thought this a lot. Cancer energy, I think in the zodiac, like that is, they get overlooked for leadership positions too often, but it is a cardinal energy and it's very loving and it's very, like it has heart in it. And I feel like that's what kind of leader you are. Like, don't get me wrong, the Aries energy is behind. So there's a squaring thing to your energy where it's like you appear one way and you are that. But if somebody should push you, you're the other energy and they can get to know that. And what those people don't understand, and I think what you might just be letting them know, is that not everybody needs to know that side of you. But if you need to know it, then you will know it. Period. You are not a pushover. You are every bit a leader. And I think people are going to start respecting you like that. Whether this is, like, I'm just hearing queen, I'm hearing slay. I don't know if like you're looking really good or something. I don't know. I just feel like people are praising you and they're praising like, yeah, even if this is just in your family or something, especially if you've been a pushover in your family or something like that, it's like people are starting to acknowledge your power in 2024. And I'm hearing it's something you've been cultivating behind the scenes for such a long time. And the power that you hold is the power that makes all the difference because it comes from your heart. It comes from such a loving space. It comes from having the courage to stand up for people, to make the hard decisions. You've kind of maybe learned this in your life, that's an expression of love. So you are the leader we all need is what I'm hearing. You are the leader we all need in 2024. So there's a lot of tangible power. You might find yourself in really elegant settings or like your home. Maybe there's something here. But you could potentially have like parties, like going to home parties, whether it's your own or other people's. And you are just, you know what? Don't even shy away from it. Like this regality to you. Stand in your power. Let people be intimidated to talk to you. Like you don't, I think maybe this is part of the change in you is like, you've always made people feel warm and feel like, you can come talk to me. And now it's okay to like kind of, I just heard like, let the riffraff stay at a distance. Not everybody needs to be up in your space. Not everybody has earned, I'm hearing like not everybody has earned the right to be in your energy field. They're just not on the same level as you. But because you're so sweet and you're so nice and you're so caring, and some people have like this masculine energy that I'm seeing washed up on the shore over here. It's like, okay, like needs to figure themselves out. They need to figure themselves out and they need to figure their Rahu out because this is a masculine that they're not connected to their K2. They're not connected to something they're not connected to that. And they were just following blind greed. That's not the same thing as building. It's just not. And I think you've cracked the code with that and you're reaping some kind of a reward here. Okay, so look at all these cards that I knocked over. You may, I don't know, accidentally run into somebody. Somebody could be drunk and like just tell you all these things. I'm just going to read these in case they resonate. I kind of feel like you have person or people that want to tell you these certain things. I want you. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. My life is not as together as it seems. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I will wait for a sign from you. Why do I feel like that's that masculine energy, that scallywag? And I don't mean that in like a negative way. How can you not? Well, you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like this person, I think that just like washed up. You might get some kind of something you were waiting for, like validation. It's like, I don't think you would ever be the person to say, I told you so, but I think the universe is going to say it for you. And I think that somebody, again, they're wanting to come back into your life because your life looks great. And they had the opportunity to go on that journey with you. They chose something different. Yeah. And it deaded the energy. Yeah, look at this. Somebody here walked away from you in the past, even though there was a lot of love. It's heart energy, and this person lacked it in the past. They really did. They were really just thinking with their mind. They weren't integrated. That's what you had to show this person and to offer this person is heart energy. I think this is a group where you're like all heart, and people look down on that, but it's strong. It's heart energy that's connected with courage, and that gives you like the strength to fight and stuff for a positive cause and not just for selfish causes. So I think the strength of that heart energy is going to be known. I just heard far and wide, and I'm hearing that Bible verse that says, you made a feast for me in front of my enemies. So for some of you, it's like, I just get that your enemies are God's enemies. Like, I literally get that your enemies are saboteurs. They're actively saboteurs. They're scam artists. They're liars. They're manipulators. They're thieves. Your enemies are God's enemies is what I'm hearing. So you don't even have to fight that battle. All you have to do is like stay steady doing like your own work. This is all going to kind of come to the surface. This person left you. They were manipulative and they tried to defend this position. You cut it off. You did the healing work. And now there's going to be a big tower moment. I think that you potentially ended a relationship here with somebody, the possibility because they went off with somebody else, potentially somebody that presented like they had a lot of money, but they didn't have a lot of decorum. They certainly don't have any values, and they're very slick with the tongue. Like they know what to say. But if you're at all like connected to like an inner place, you know that it's just not how life works. Like whatever this person is trying to position as like the better way, it's not how life works. And if this person had paid you any attention at all, because remember I'm seeing this masculine, I'm just kind of like following from a distance. Like watching, like, is this man really gonna do this? Like, it doesn't make any sense to you. This person is not turning around to look at me. They're not talking with me. They're not consulting with me. They are stuck in their mind. So for some of you, I feel like this is a soulmate connection where you just weren't considered. Your heart, you're all heart. So it's like, yeah, your heart wasn't considered. I think you're going to get this person seeing a different perspective of this situation. This is like some kind of karmic kickback. Where this person has learned their karmic lesson. They did learn it the hard way. This person you were dealing with may be a person who is like stubborn and had to learn things the hard way. Because it's like you didn't have enough stubbornness in the past. Yeah, I just think that you're not a stubborn person. I think you're very flexible, overly flexible with people sometimes. So you have learned how to ground and how to like stand up for yourself and other people and make the hard decisions and say, I'm sorry, here's your severance package. It was nice working with you. And know that doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a matter-of-fact person, or something like that you are making. And I'm using that, it's for a lot of you, it's not even business. It's just in your own life. Like you're kind of firing people from your own life or hiring people as you see fit. But this person is, look, Two of Pentacles. This person's changing their perspective. They realize that they're connected with their heart space now, and they're realizing that their heart had been pulling them towards you, very strongly. And this person is, this person is kind of getting it. Okay. Morticia is all heart too. She really is. Morticia, this is exactly that energy. The Morticia energy of you having a bunch of weird bits and bobs around your house and maybe building something that's completely different, but you are the queen. You are the queen. Severance package. Yes. Okay, so let's just see. What else? Let me see, a lot of people want to say certain things to you. Like this really does feel like, I can't find the word. It's not like a karmic kickback. It's just validation, or like a lot of people want to say stuff to you, but they're intimidated. Because you're wearing your power now. It was always there, but you're like wearing your power now. So people don't feel like they can step to you. Okay. And also sneaky energy can't get anywhere near you. You've created a world and a life for yourself. This is your blessing that you have given yourself. Spirit just says you've given this to yourself. Like they're wanting to give you all the credit for this. Because they're like, we were helping you along your life path. Your Rahu, you were connecting with your Rahu, your life purpose, your dharmic energy, because you have a lot of this, you have a dharma here. And part of it is to be a safe place, like for other people, whether this is just in your energy or like a leader. I'm really seeing leaders in this. And you've created such a space where this sneaky ass energy, it just can't get near you. Like this strategic ass energy, it just can't get near you. And if it does, it's very obvious like what exactly it is. Yeah. And you're getting some kind of quick results in something Aquarian, okay? Because this moon, I'm now seeing this is like an Aquarius moon. So quick results in something online, quick results in something regarding a friend group, but also, you know, the 11th house. Yes, pile number 2, the 11th house is the house of the things that we build for ourselves. I can't think of the word. There's a particular word that astrologers use. But it's like the things that you've built up for yourself, like your gains. The 11th house is the house of your gains. So you're receiving your gains potentially in an 11th house way. So traveling like with, or people could travel to you, people that are different, something Aquarian, okay? Something Aquarian, giving and receiving, healthy giving and receiving, being seen for your skill set, having a lot of stability, putting your name out there. I think this is causing a lot of people to sweat. It's causing a lot of people to sweat who slept on you. Yeah. And they're watching you, and these people, I'm hearing, they get no peace, they get no rest. There's a Bible quote, it's like the thirst that never dries up, or like the hungry ghost. It's like the hungry ghost from Buddhists, because this is a person who went down that hungry ghost path. They really did. So also, there's a lot of people who feels like things were not ended in an appropriate way with you, but they didn't have any problem with that when they were going off on their pirate ship. Oh, you see, but now that you're in your power, now they've got a problem. I think these people, this is what I'm saying, that this can't get anywhere near you without these people revealing exactly what they are, because what they were in the past was shallow as hell. Yeah. And they may have built up something, but again, it's that saboteur kind of an energy. Janae, thank you so much for the $9.99. Yeah. 11th house is the house of your hopes, dreams, and your network. Very true. Yeah. Snowboarding into that Aquarius energy. Anything else? And then we're going to wrap this up. Okay. Oh, man. Your energy does something to people, okay? And you just need to know that you being in your strength does something weird to people, okay? So if people are weird around you now, just know that it's a reflection of them, because some of these people, it's like they're trying to strategize around you and they can't, they need to come in with a sense of power. You're so in your power. And if they can't come in that way, they can't just say, I fucked up. You know what I mean? And like if you got to crawl in on your belly because that's the position you put yourself in, crawl in on your belly if you really feel like you need to deliver a message. But some of these people, the Knight of Swords, they're going to come in trying to like start some type of fight with you. And it's like their own functioning dysfunction. Why? For some of these people, seeing a strong woman is just a trigger for them. I mean, call it what you want, right? It's just a trigger for them. Having a woman that doesn't need them is just a trigger for them. They can't handle it. But that's a blessing for them to like see your energy. Somebody here in your past, I'm telling you. And some of these people, like you could have known them since childhood. This could be a parent. This could be somebody from your family. You've changed. And Spirit is saying like, they are part of your blessing is just you reap what you sow. That's what I'm getting. And they just want you to know that this is all on you, that you built this. They're not trying to take any credit for this. They're just saying you have blessed yourself. And then I'm hearing express yourself. So express yourself, because the person that you've built yourself into is absolutely beautiful. And yes, you are a force to be reckoned with because you followed the path of Spirit. You followed the path that Spirit outlines for people. And yes, there might be a lot of bullshit from your past is what I'm getting. You felt this is negative energy here from your past. And even though you have feelings for people and you want them to be like, I think you're just kind of walking away to heal and to get your dreams look more 11th house energy. Again, hopes, dreams, networks, gains, and breaking bonds, breaking these attachments with, you've had a lot of people who are full of themselves. I think they're full of themselves, but they don't have any reason to be. Like, you've had a lot of people who are full of themselves, but had no reason to be full of themselves in the past. Like, it's not like, again, their gains or something. That's not who these people are. But they were like, maybe trying to keep you small. Yeah. But where they're showing up the Seven of Swords, you show up the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could have felt orphaned, abandoned, left to kind of build something on your own. But again, I'm hearing that Bible quote that my Lord prepared a feast for me in front of my enemies. That's your blessing for 2024. You will be like, there's a feast being prepared for you in front of your enemies. And they have to, I'm not going to say what I heard, but they're going to need to eat it. Okay. They're going to need to eat that feast. And this is something where your words are not needed. Like, you don't have to, your life speaks for itself. Your energy speaks for itself. Your gains, your hopes, your dreams, your network, all of it, speaks for itself. That's that healthy masculine energy. Because remember, I was seeing that unhealthy masculine energy, like not knowing real value and not knowing the right way. But yours worked it up the right way. And now people are seeing the rewards of that harvest. That's what I'm getting. That's your blessing, is vindication. That's the word I was looking for. Vindication. You are going to be vindicated, and it's going to come through in every way but words, and you're not going to have to say it. Everything about you is going to say it to those people. Yeah. All right. Oh, so Tosh the Buddha says, this is so interesting. I just started watching the show Black Sails, and it's about pirates. This message is hitting. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting, is like that pirate energy. Nice. I follow my lineage. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing is in our world, especially in the West, we don't really understand greatness, and we don't understand like the path to that, but it's just one foot in front of the other. It's just doing what that is, not concerning yourself with like, again, like I'm seeing that saboteur energy. It's like, I have to have some kind of quick transformation. I need money and I need status and I need it now. Otherwise nobody's going to respect me or take me seriously. And you were kind of like, I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to build my thing, and then like you just built something up. All right, let's move on here to pile number 3. This has been interesting so far. I feel like these have been very interesting blessings. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So pile number 3. What? Okay, interesting. What blessings are coming in for you in the year 2024? So I'm hearing the song Deliver Us from that Moses story. Prince of Egypt, deliver us to the promised land. So I feel like you're going to be delivered from a really difficult situation here. I think that this is a group where you have been, I don't know if this has already happened. You are going to be rescued. Spirit's going to rescue you from a situation that maybe feels overwhelming. It feels like too much. There could be a lot of confusion here in this situation. Now, the one thing I want to tell you about confusion, baby, somebody's mentioned this in a comment that I got like not too long ago, and it just really hit so profoundly. But I've noticed this too, like in my own life, is that a lot of times when we're confused, it's because we can't admit certain things to ourselves. So for some of you, it could be that you deal with a pile number 1 person who is helping you to admit certain things to yourself or to see a situation more clearly. Because, okay, I'm getting that there could have been buy-in to a story here that was not true. And it could have, I'm hearing the word charlatan. So you could have gotten taken in by a charlatan here. And this could be in any, like in love, in romance. You could have, I don't know, bought a timeshare or something. I don't know. And it was like through confusion or like keeping bits of information like kept hidden or secret. But Spirit is going to deliver you from this situation. You're going to be receiving help. And this is very much Isis energy. I'm feeling you are protected by Spirit in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean you're not going to get any like nicks or scratches or bruises. But I'm telling you, like the major like repercussions of whatever the situation was is going to be avoided. But I am hearing that you've asked for help and that you've been heard and you are going to receive some kind of assistance here. And it could be from a Lilith person. And I was picking up on that Lilith energy in pile number 2 very strongly. So I'm kind of getting that this is a group where maybe it's a Lilith type person. So it could be somebody that, again, Lilith to me is somebody who's like very set on equality, right? Like she wanted to be treated equally. It's very Libran. Isis also, she holds the Ankh, that Ankh cross, which is the top of that cross is the sign of Libra. So this person could have a lot of Libra in their chart. This person could be a lawyer or somebody that deals with mediation or like the law. Somebody who's maybe this is somebody who can speak on your behalf or give you the words, even if they're not speaking on your behalf, they're giving you certain words to say. But this, I think you're going to be with somebody who brings in some kind of a powerful message. Like in pile number 1, there could be a 1-2 team where you have a pile number 1 person who's more like the background. They're more the research brain. They dive very deep. They're like the expert. They dive really deep into something. But then there's like a consultant that is the queen energy who is very Lilith and wants equal treatment, and they're going to assist you. I think somebody here is bringing you in some kind of help, some kind of water in the desert here. But there is a lot of confusion that has been surrounding you because I'm like, the mirages in the desert. Okay. And they're showing me like that's when the heat kind of comes off, but I'm seeing the heat mix with the water. So it's like you want water, and that's what's kind of creating that mirage. So as this help first comes in, it might first appear confusing, but it's just because there could potentially be something that you don't want to accept about another person that potentially has gotten you in this situation, or you don't want to accept about yourself, or potentially both. But you're not confused. You're not confused, okay? I feel called to tell you an experience of mine that I had. This is like a weird experience where I was at this class that I was taking. It was just kind of like an offhanded, weird little class. And I was feeling really sick. And I made it to the first break, and I just said to the teacher, I was like, well, I have to leave because I had a head cold, right? Now there was this woman who showed up at our little group that she had never been there like before. And she follows me out and she goes, "You're not sick." And I'm like, first of all, my name is Jessica. What's yours? Like the audacity. She was like, "You're not sick." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "It's that man." And I'm like, okay, what man? And she's like, "He's around you. You need to let go of that man. Can I pray with you?" And I was like, sure. I never turned down a prayer. And so like we went, and this is not the first time this has happened to me, by the way. And I kind of am called to share my experiences. I've had weird experiences. It's not the first time that I've had someone show up in my life and then like asked to pray with me, and then something shifted or happened. So that could potentially like happen with you here. But we sat and we prayed, and she asked for my deliverance. I don't remember, like just for me to like release it or whatever. And then I had like about a 45-minute ride home. And I was like, what man? Like, I don't know. I was like, am I holding on from anybody from my past? Like, logically, none of it made sense. But I kid you not, like, I started to transmute this energy, and I no longer felt sick. And I never saw her again after that. Weird, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when I'm talking about the confusion, where it appears one way, but then it's not that way. Okay. And I know that might be a bit much for some people, like what I just said. It was a bit much for me at the time too, but I mean, I can't deny that there was something metaphysical or like very strange going on there. I'm going to tell you guys some stories that I have. Okay. Like, I just feel like that's something that I'm kind of called to do because I'm such a skeptical person. But anyways, like that was one of them. So this is what I'm talking about, where like it's going to come into your life and you're going to at first be confused about what it is, but then you're going to see like the results of whatever it is, whatever truth this person is trying to tell you, even though you can't like necessarily understand, whatever it is. There's a new perspective or a new way. That's what's going to come in. That's what's going to deliver you. Yeah. And it's got this Isis energy because I'm noticing all the sand, which is just like, to me, it's little bits. Because the sand used to be a part of a greater rock. And Isis, of course, goes around and kind of like puts all, I'm hearing weaver. Like, what's the spider goddess? Arachne? That like kind of weaves the story. There's a weaving energy here. There's a weaving. I don't know if some of you have ancestors that were like weavers. Oh, okay. I don't know. There's something with weaving. I'm literally seeing somebody with like a loom, and there was prayers woven into a loom. I don't know. If you have like a baby blanket or something, I'm hearing the prayers of your grandmother protecting you still. Some of you have, I'm getting goosebumps. Some of you have like a baby blanket or something from your grandmother. And there was some magic put into that. Even if it was just prayer. You were prayed over. And, oh my gosh. Okay. Cause my grandma, my grandma, I remember we were just sitting in the living room once, and she just looked over at me and she said, I pray for your husband every day. And I was like 10. So I was like, well, somebody should. Like, she's like, I just pray that he's safe and that he's well and that he's the man he needs to be for you. And I'm kind of getting that some of you have a grandparent like that. They were saying some kind of prayer over you. And it might have had to do with whoever you ended up with or something. So even though you might have gotten taken into a situation, it has to do with whatever situation you find yourself in. This prayer was like, coming to fruition is what I'm hearing. They actually invoked something. They prayed so fervently and with so much love for you and so much tenderness and so much, I'm hearing joy and reverence for your energy and so much care that it manifested. Somebody is coming in for you, and it's a physical manifestation of this grandmother energy. I'm literally getting goosebumps. Your grandmother is like crying into a bucket and like, consecrating you with her tears. Like that's what I'm seeing. And she's so peaceful and she's radiating light and she's very, happy. Oh my gosh, like I'm literally getting this. I don't know if you have some kind of loom or if some of you, I'm hearing fruit of the loom. So maybe some of your grandmas like stitched your name into your underwear or something. I don't know. your grandma used to hook rugs. Like if you have some of those things, put them around your home, because the energy in there, it's like irreplaceable is what I'm getting. Like you have no idea the amount of like love that's going to be released into your space. If you have something that your grandma made for you, knitted for you, like get that out, okay? Broken mirrors. Okay, so I'm getting this, there was some time here involved in this, maybe 7 years. Okay, but I'm also hearing the 7-year itch. So for some of you, this is like a marriage thing. Tasha, aka Blonde Diablo, $5. Thank you so much for the $5. I love your name. That's reminding me of Talladega Nights, where he's like, yeah, my new name is El Diablo. And he's like, what does that mean? He's like, it's like a fighting chicken. It's not. But anyways, that made me laugh. She knitted you a sweater. Yeah, there's grandma love coming through here. And I'm literally hearing, in Lord of the Rings where that elven woman, she was like, she gave Frodo the light, their most precious star. She says, keep this with you for when all other lights go out. Like this grandma was praying over you, upon you. I'm hearing she was praying upon you. There's like a lot of love coming from this grandmother. I'm literally seeing like in her hands, she would make you things like a snack or bread or baking. I don't know if like baking was a thing. She would put her love into that, and she was trying to, I'm telling you, like she was trying to shove love into you. Like she would just, whenever she touched you, it was with so much love, and like she was trying to put love into you, this grandmother. And maybe is why she was your grandmother. I'm just seeing it's kind of like a guide or something like in your life. And that's what's kind of being brought to fruition. Okay, so we've got the double life card here. Yeah, liar, deception in another relationship. Somebody here, you could have gotten involved with somebody living a double, like you yourself might feel like you're living a double life because you're hiding the struggles that you're going through, because you feel like you're dealing with a liar. There's deception. Yeah, somebody's in another relationship. There's guilt. I think you feel ashamed for whatever this is. And I don't know why you would feel ashamed, because you got taken in by a charlatan. And I am always saying that if somebody is out to deceive you, I mean, it's hard to see through that. If they're going to put so much, now this person is just full of envy. This person could be a hater. They could be like a hater of yours. So there's like a hater that's putting on a face around you. They live some type of double life, and you have felt confused by this. Maybe, sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. This person confuses you, okay? Because they lie. So it's like you're hearing one thing from like your friends and your family, or like the people that actually care about you, and that's actually the truth of the situation. But I'm just hearing like this person can gaslight you, making you feel like what you're noticing about them and their behavior is not true or something, but you feel it. Like you feel it, right? They could have attached, this person has an unhealthy Rahu, and they could have attached to your Rahu, or like there's some kind of, rock bottom, karma, jail, legal issues, life falling apart. You might feel like your life is falling apart, but I'm watching someone knit something around you. You have a grandmother here. I feel like for a lot of you, she's on the other side, and she is putting so much energetic protection around you. It's insane. It's like actually insane. I don't know if she was gifted in an energetic way. She might not have even known that she was gifted, because I think this is a grandmother who was an alchemist. She used her hands a lot. Again, in like baking or cooking or knitting. She was just, that was her way. I'm hearing that was her way of connecting with the craft. That was her way. I think she was a witch. I think she was a witch. We all are. I think we all are. Women especially, I think we put that little oomph on it, but I think we all are. I think we all have like that. Tarang, thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, it could be past. It's coming through. I think like for some of you, like the mother energy could be like this double life energy, but yeah, I'm really strongly, it's a mother figure. It's a mother figure that's coming through. Yeah. So there was unhealthy. So you could have gotten involved with this person because something was ungrounded in you. Like it's that unhealthy Rahu energy just means it's not coming from a grounded place. It's not coming up through the body, which connects you with your intuition. It's not coming up through the land, which connects you with your ancestors. It's not coming from like a grounded place. So this person could have promised you like fantastical things, like whenever you got involved with them, but then it just led to a bunch of fighting. This person could have given you trust issues. You felt like you were in a one-sided relationship. You felt like you were really detached. But I think this person's going to get caught doing something. And I think it might have to do with his grandmother energy. That's like, something's going to backfire on this person. They could get caught. Maybe they already did. Maybe that's what's coming out in 2024. Because like, that's what I'm saying is something's coming out, and I'm really strongly getting a connection with this pile and the other two piles. Like it's one of those two archetypes, or maybe like those two energies combined together. So you're going to at first maybe hear something, and it could come up from your own intuition, just saying, like, especially if you are like this Mercury kind of Pluto person, you're like, something's really not right, with this person that I've hitched my wagon to, is what I'm kind of getting. And, then something could be exposed. It could be exposed in a fight. There could be a fight about something that backfired, or they got caught doing something. This person, I think then they're going to give you the cold shoulder. I think all this is a blessing. Like this person, if they get caught and then there is a fight and then they try to give you the cold shoulder, because this person strikes me, like this person you got involved with strikes me as the type of person to do something wrong, get caught, try to blame you about it, try to get you to apologize to them, try to get you to like, as if, try to get you to like bring them back into their life, right? They could seem like very distracted, but they're thinking of you the whole time, because this is a toxic connection with the broken mirrors. Addictions, they're addicted to that. They want to send you like then a loving message expressing feelings, but I think that you're going to be like, nope. And then if you do that, I can't show you this next one here, but you're coming into union with somebody. That's, you can't make this up. I've got the intimacy card here, and then I've got the 1111. The twin flame. So this is a strong soulmate energy, whether you believe in twin flames or not. But this is a karmic mind games, controversy, infatuation, nonsense. Like whatever this is. Unfaithful love triangle, ex in question, mind games, immature, testing you, analyzing you. So I feel like you got involved with a hater. Somebody who's like jealous of you, who hates on your energy, they want to mooch off of you, but this person hates your gifts. They're maybe competing with you in some way, and they're like a secret hater of yours, and they try to knock you. So it's like they want to mooch off of you, but then they want to knock you. And narcissists, they say, always kind of bring about their own destruction. And I feel like this is a person who is bringing about their own destruction, in a relationship with you, but also it's like they want to ride the gravy train, like whatever the gravy train is, like with you. They feel like they get some kind of bump from dealing with you. They want to ride the gravy train, but then they know that they can only keep you around by telling you lies and keeping you in a cycle of unhealthy mind games. So that's why they keep doing it. And they're really eroding you to where you can't really take it anymore. You have no choice. If you have any self-respect, I feel like you just have no choice but to be like, you need to go somewhere with that. You're not who you said you were. That's apparent. And now that I know that, when I'm going to choose to be in a relationship with you, no. I'm going to choose my own captivity, no. Like, it's, so you're being sent some kind of help or guidance. But keep in mind, I just want to say this, is that it could confuse you when it comes in at first, the help that's being sent to you, because I think a lot of you have just been like messed with in this space. Yeah. Drama, addictions, love-hate relationship, toxic love. Yeah. I'm hearing Drunken Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay. My mother passed away and he didn't tell me until 10 minutes before her cremation. And he blamed me for not telling me because of XYZ. Isn't that just the same, right? And okay, so this is also part of the blessing, because I feel like something like that, where it's like something just horrible and big, could potentially happen. So whatever is going on here, it's like, yeah, Spirit's giving you some kind of guidance. They're sending you in. And for some of you could have to do with the tarot, because the tarot, why did I say that? Or some kind of like oracle energy, because I just saw Odin, and he of course like channeled in the runes like to existence. So I just saw Odin and Freya. So Freya, of course, is Odin's wife, but she's like a love warrior, and then the balance between the two. So somebody who is like a love warrior, and again, I'm getting that there's two people for some of you who are going to assist you. It could be a couple, could be a business partnership. This person may be after your abundance. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm hearing like the process of desertification. You know what that is in like a natural sense? That's what this person does, like on an energetic level. You are this green man energy. You are lush. You are abundant. So for some of you, you need to claim the sovereignty in pile number 2. Like that's your actual energy. That's actually the blessing that's coming in. Like this person, do not get on that pirate ship with this person. Don't, because it's really dangerous for you to do that. It's really dangerous for you to do that. I mean, it's dangerous for this person to do it too, but they're going to get thrown over and washed over. You have to be sabotaged in some way. Like, because your energy being around and your value system shines a light on the truth, and that has to be undermined. So it's much more dangerous for you to get involved with this crew or this group of people. It's much, much more dangerous. So And then I'm seeing this Pele purpose. This person, it's like, I want to say their purpose is to destroy you on some kind of level, your confidence or something. And so I'm seeing like this volcano, like, you know, start a fire here, burn all this away, and then it becomes a desert. And then that's what you feel. So for some of you, it's like maybe this person dries you up financially or something. You're discovering some kind of truth about this person, maybe even about somebody that they're with. Yeah. And this person, okay, so if there was cheating involved in the situation, like this person baited this person with some type of sob story. I picked up on this before. They're telling them bad things about you. And in order to seduce this other person. Like, don't you want to be my big, strong savior? Like, that's what it really is. And that could have worked on you in the past. But it's time for justice. So some of you, this is going to involve like court or like, I just heard division of property, division of assets or something like that. You could have a lot of fear around this, but you're protected. I'm telling you, there's a grandmother figure that's coming in that's protecting you and putting all of these pieces together and can see in the dark. This grandmother might be very playful, and you're also, I'm hearing play with your food a little bit. Like you might be encouraged to play around with this person, not overly, just with your words or just, I'm kind of getting the swag of like Captain Kirk, you know, of just like toss your weight around a little bit, but like don't, you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of be nonchalant or like, I don't know, you can, but be strategic. This person's also very strategic with sexual energy. And there's something potentially going on while you're sleeping. Not in that way, but like they could be texting somebody or I don't know. Or they use it to lull you to sleep. That's another thing. Okay, this has been a lot. Just to keep in mind, the blessing is that you are going to be delivered from the situation. Now, again, some of you have been involved with this person for long enough where it's like, you're not getting out of this scot-free. Like you're going to have some scrapes and some bruises. That's not spirit letting you down. Okay. That's the inevitability of a situation that you've been involved with, but you are being kept from the worst possible negative consequences. For some of you, I'm hearing this person has done this before. So like by the time that they've gotten around to you, there is discoverable information about that this person has done this before. That could potentially be given to you or unearthed. And you have support coming in the form of an inquiry. There may be some kind of inquiry in regards to some kind of sexual activity that helps you in some way. Okay, why does the pleasure card come out? I think somebody could have cheated here. But I'm hearing like that might have been going on with you. I kind of feel like the writing's always been on the wall with this person. Okay, let me just spirit. Okay, there's certain obstacles. Let me just see. Okay, so they're telling me there's certain obstacles. That's the blessing. So you might not even see some of these blessings because these obstacles you're being moved away from these obstacles. But they're there. You might not realize how much. So they're just telling you, this is one of those situations where if you don't see through the eyes of wisdom, you could be like, yeah, but I got a scratch and I got a bruise. And they're like, compared to the actual, like, they were going to just squish your entire body up and throw you in the trash like a wad of paper. Compared to that, honey, like, count your blessings. Like, that's what I'm getting. Okay, Spirit, what? Oh my. Okay, what blessings are coming in? First of all, the whole thing of confusion. Okay, so there's communication or there's some kind of messages that you are seeing that it's going to confuse you. And in a sense, this confusion has been a blessing for you because you were not ready to handle whatever this was. Also because you couldn't win before. Like there was something here where you could not win if you tried to get out of it, even if you tried. This person, I'm hearing outgunned, outmanned, out something, outplanned. I mean, I'm telling you, this is planned. So there's something here about communication and messages and the confusion that comes in that's actually a blessing because it's potentially preventing a heartbreak from coming in. Yeah. For some of you, it's like you could have been involved with somebody who was involved with somebody else. And if you found out beforehand, it could have broken your heart. But the fact that this was hidden from you or you were confused about certain things, like, I don't know, you were kept from that. What else, Spirit? Yeah. Something needs to change. Okay, so I'm getting repeat messages. I'm going to pull out the actual obstacles here, but you've invested a lot here in a certain situation, and you're realizing that something does need to change, and you do need to step away from this and start some kind of a new beginning. This is somehow a blessing because you can just keep pouring into this negative situation, but you're just digging the hole even deeper, and I'm getting the energy of quicksand where it's like if you just try to move around, it pulls you deeper and deeper in. There's going to be some kind of clarity here. Your ships are coming in, and I feel like these ships are connected to your life purpose, first of all, and a grandmother energy that has put some kind of spell work on you. I'm going to call it spell work. She would probably call it just worrying over you or praying. There's somebody here that's going to be sent in. And for some of you, it's like a love interest as well. Like your grandmother's choice in a love interest. Somebody would love you correctly and well and meet her qualifications for you, which are better than your own. Is what I'm hearing. Her standards for you are better than your own. So yeah. The manipulations of the past, the conflict, the drama that it's being brought up, the confusion around building, the confusion around teamwork, all of that is karmic, first of all. It's kept you low. It's kept you trapped. All of that's coming to an end, and they're going to make quick work of it too. There's a path for you to take that's going to be illuminated. They can make quick work of it. Okay, so let's get these obstacles. She was a Virgo. Yeah. Granny is a matchmaker. True. So true. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting like, if this isn't making sense, if you haven't already gotten yourself into a situation, then this is alerting you to the fact that there is this situation that somebody's not who they seem to be. Okay, just throwing that out there. Okay, Vulture, depression, anxiety, worrying that someone is against you. And that one's in the upright. These two came out in the reverse. So dogs barking, advice from a friend, and hat, you'll be playing a different role. Okay, October. Something could have happened in October. Look, scales. Keep your life in balance, but this is also karmic. And then dealings or relationship with a man. So there could be some kind of negative advice that comes in from a man that's a friend. Talking about you're going to be playing a different role. And Spirit is saying, stop. Like, you will be shown the way. There are obstacles to overcome, but those obstacles are not blockages. Okay, what on earth? Hold on. Broom, new home, new attitude. There's an older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. And this advice from a friend came out in reverse. Somebody here could have a dog that maybe passed away or something. If this is coming in from your grandmother, some of you have like a dog, a loyal friend. Okay, I get it. For some of you, it's an actual pet. If an older woman comes in and does anything to your dog or to your loyal friend, some of you have a loyal friend and you know that friend is loyal. If that person gets tipped, you know who your enemy is. You got to start putting these things together, I'm hearing. You need to start, the signs have always been in front of you. That don't let this person take a loyal friend from you. Whether it's like, for some of you, it's an actual physical pet. That's a bad sign. That's a sign of a bad person, right? Like that a pet doesn't like or something like that. You'll be playing a different role. New home, new attitude. Like, yeah. Something about that. Oh, I get it. Yeah, so somebody, if they do something about a dog and a new home or a new attitude or like cleaning out, if somebody's like convincing you to get rid of like friends who are like older or loyal, and then again, this hat, you're going to be playing a different role because you're playing a different role now and we're like, that's bad. Anything else? They did hurt your dog. Yeah, that's... Oh. Anything else? Also, because the dog might be in your, like, I'm telling you, for some of you, it's an actual dog, and this dog is connected to you and will alert you if something's wrong. And part of the way they're alerting you if something is wrong, like I think this animal or this pet came into your life to show you, I'm your best friend, right? So you gonna let somebody do your best friend dirty? Like there's somebody like that as like, you shouldn't be separated from this dog or something. Like, time to get out of a situation. Yeah. Guaranteed success. There could literally be a pail that gets knocked over. Take that as a sign. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So you need to get out of a situation here with this person. You have guaranteed success. Either building a family. So if you think that this person is like the only way that you could build a family, LOL. No, you're going to be building a lump of turd. A golden turd is what you're going to be building with this person, whether you do it in business or family. It's not here with this person. So it's time to get out of a situation and then you have guaranteed success. Because I think you're meant to help people in need of assistance and you will be given assistance in order to do this. Yeah, and your wealth could suffer if you're with this person, and that's karmic. It's just a karmic repercussion or a kickback from involving with this energy. But it's not recoverable is what I'm getting, but you do need to get away from them because they'll put a block on your wealth energetically. Okay, anything else? A pail is a bucket. Also, I said in one of the last readings that wind chimes were going to be a sign, and then I was out for a walk and like there's these huge wind chimes that were never there before, and then it like rang. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Like what is the... So the blessing is you will be delivered from a situation or potentially like you're going to get around mind games. For somebody here, there's like some kind of an ex in question that you don't necessarily know about that somebody has not said goodbye to. It's going to cause you a lot of heartbreak, a lot of headaches, a lot of confusion around what exactly is going on or what's being said here between these two. But you will be delivered here from this situation. Anything else, Spirit? I just saw the Virgo card. Mars. This is a past life connection. This is a hidden enemy from a past life. And your hidden enemies come through Mars energy. Okay, so it could be sexual energy, it's strategic energy, it's competitive energy, but it also could come through men. And so could be, if there's a female here, this female is connected to karmic, a hidden enemy from a past life. And they're attached to this. So if this is a combo, and yeah, this is a 1-2, and they could have caused you some kind of death. They were competitors here in a past life, but this person is attached karmically and energetically to this other person. They're immature, they're both of them, and they're mind games. There's a lot of sexual energy going on over here. This could be a sexual person here from this person's past, but I don't think they're letting go. This person's actively not letting go of this person. Okay, they're just instructing them when to act and when to speak. That's different than letting go. You could be the Sagittarius energy and you're just kind of like pulled back in this situation. This person watches when you're at work. Somebody could be doing something when you're at work. Sexual or strategic or both. Could have to do with money. Could have to do with money. Yeah. All right. I'm done with that. But you're going to be delivered from this situation. And I'm hearing that song, gotta keep your head up, oh, and let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head, I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you should let your head down, hey. Okay, sorry. The last thing, like the past lives, like this could have been a sexual connection from a past life that it was negative, okay? It was negative. But I'm telling you, like, your hidden enemies from a past life, they come in the form of that Mars energy, probably of men, but these men can potentially be attached to women that are also hidden enemies. They might be K2 dominant, and so they might spend a lot of money. They might just want a lot of money. There's a lot of physical or body energy here between these two. So they may meet up at a gym, or they may do something physical together. I mean, I think they do, if you get what I'm saying. But like, I don't know, there's something here, but the hidden enemy from the past life, I think, is a male. But it's just that there could be a female that gets you involved with the male. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Done with that. Definitely past life karmic situation. Which I will say is why your grandmother, I think your grandmother tried to protect you in that past life, but it's like, oh, it could even be her prayers even from that past life. Yeah, this grandmother's like a guardian angel, and she was sent to give you certain advice and certain wisdom that would steer you away from a situation like that, or a partner like that, or a person like that, or a deal like that. The things that she was giving you, the things that she was feeding you, insofar as information, she never could have even met this person. It's just on an energetic soul level, she knew this person was going to come in and test you. She knew it because it played out in past life. So she was trying to put things like, we don't get involved with people like this, and this, because it's a bad sign for this, and this reason. You need to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable in this, and this way. Like her advice, I'm telling you, on a soul energetic level was put there to sever you from that karmic relationship before it even began. But even if it did begun, her prayers, like she kind of knew. Grandma was a bit witchy. Okay. I don't know that she would have talked about it, but she got a lot of intuitive hits, especially in her no, she just had a lot of intuitive hits. She knows you. She knows you from a past life. There's a strong bond between you and grandma, and she was always protecting you. Okay. So, okay. Yes, indeed. Very true. Okay. Catherine, don't drop any names in this chat. Okay. So, all right. Now moving on, I'm just going to clear out my palette. And then we're going to move on to grandma was a very good judge of people. Yeah. And like, I kind of, also some of you were saying that grandma had like really high standards, but grandma's like, those are your baseline standards. Those aren't high standards. Okay. So I just keep hearing that song. You gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you should let your head down. Okay, I gotta refresh my lip gloss. Yeah, Catherine. Catherine, sometimes you be talking in a way that's like scary. Like you got something scary going on. Okay. Grannies don't mess about with their babies. I'm so glad. You're named after her. There really is. I kind of pick up on that a lot. It's funny because I pick up on the grandma connection with you a lot. And there's a grandfather, like with this, I'm going to call it karmic, but I think a lot of you feel this person's like a soulmate or a twin flame. A lot of like somebody who's done you wrong here in the past, or like made some kind of I'm hearing like unconscionable choice or something like that. There's a grandfather energy, and I never channel it because the grandfather that comes through for this masculine is like, I can't say some of the things. Okay. It's very like, you idiot. Like it's, yeah, forgive him. He's a moron. Like, it's just like that. And because I also think that you have a connection here with this masculine energy's grandfather, and you would never have incarnated to clear out your karma with this masculine energy unless it was for his grandfather that was like incarnating. It feels like it's on the mother's side. And I don't know if you would have met this grandfather or felt like an actual connection, but there's a connection you have with this masculine energy's grandfather. And it was the grandfather that came to you and was like, I think this grandfather as a soul incarnates into family lines in order to assist the masculine side of things, in order to elevate it. Like they're kind of seen as like a teacher or something, no nonsense, very matter of fact. So this grandfather was like, look, I'm going into this line and this soul is going to be born into that line. And you can trust that I'm going to get him whooped into shape. And so you were like, I don't really know about it. But that was what caused you to say, okay, all right, we'll give it a try. And then this masculine energy went off, acted a fool anyways. So this grandfather has no time for this masculine energy. No respect. I'm hearing no respect. No respect, slimy little weasel. Like that's how this grandfather kind of looks at this. And like I said, I get those messages a lot and I have to kind of temper it out. But I'm telling this grandfather, like I would hate to be that masculine energy because I feel like this grandfather's just in their ear all the time. Like, you piece of shit. Like you just like, ugh, like how can you look at yourself? Like it's really coming through like that. Like you just let me down so much. But this grandfather is also like, I got enough moxie for the two of us. Like I have enough masculine. I'm going to be making up my karmic debt to you and I'm capable of doing it on my own, as a matter of fact. Like, so this grandfather feels sorry for you, like an immense amount of sorrow for what you had to kind of go through and deal with this masculine energy, but is also down to make it up to you. Like not even including this masculine energy, because this grandfather's like, I'm good for my word. And I know that you trusted me. And that's why you came in here to work something out with this masculine energies, because you knew I was going to be involved, because you knew he couldn't do it on his own. But you knew the family he was going to be raised in, and the kind of, I assured you of that he was going to be told how to be better. He was going to be insisted upon that he be better. But I just think this masculine energy is kind of weak, no offense, like, and just kind of buckles under the pressure of needing to just stand up and be a solid, sovereign person. Like, I think this soul has like a lot to work through, and was given every help, like was sent in with a lot of spiritual bolstering in this life, but then still let things down. And I'm telling you, this grandfather is like kind of mean, like the way he comes through. Spicy grandpa. Yeah. He's a World War II hero. Yeah. There's that kind of energy. It does kind of come from that generation, right? Of like, well, I had to stand up for this, and this. You couldn't even do like, one thing that this grandfather always says to me is like, when did it become unmanly to find a good woman and love her well? And it's like, that's, I think, one of the things that this masculine energy was supposed to learn. Anyways, okay. This started resonating so hard. I'm so glad, because this grandfather insists, but it's more because the grandfather wants to connect with you. And you may even, so I'm also hearing like, if this masculine really did fall through, like this new soulmate that's coming into your life that either you've been connected with or you will be connected with, it's like up to his standards. He was like, it was our family that let you down. It should be our family that escorts you to safety. So I'm hearing, F him. Like, if, like, I'm not even getting really like that it's like a big deal, but it's like, no, they are going to leave their posts if they have to, even like on this masculine side of things, to escort you to making sure you're okay, because that was the deal. That you were going to be safe, you were going to be okay, you were going to be looked after. So if that family lineage, that masculine family lineage falls through, then the ancestors on the other side aren't tolerating it. They're like going to make sure that you get where you're going, kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay. And you might have this grandfather come through to you as well, but I'm telling you, it's very matter of fact, very no nonsense. Like, he's very gruff. Like, he just kind of says things exactly how they are. And it's very eye roll. Like, it's very eye roll. Like, if you wanted to like a bitch with your girlfriends, like nobody would be a better like stitch and bitch partner than this grandpa, like about what's going on. Cause he's just like, let's talk all about it. But it's also his way of kind of comforting you and saying like, it shouldn't have happened. I told you it wasn't going to happen. And here it's gone happening. Okay. So yeah. In a water. Oh my. Okay. So let's move on from this, spirit. Let's move on from this. Let's get into the interesting. Let's get into this overall message. Okay, there's a lot that wants to come out. All right. I've been getting this message a lot, and they're just continuing to alert you to the fact that you have a trickster energy around you in the way that they communicate. This person manipulates others through duplicity. They're trying to sabotage you, but this feels like from the inside out. This person's trying to like knock your confidence, make you feel a type of way. I'm hearing weird, like they could just be weird, or like you shouldn't ignore those kinds of things. Like if you're just kind of feeling like, yeah, this person could be weird. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. This person has a desire to undermine people. They might be trying to convince others that you are this way. This could be that person here from your past. This person is not doing well. Okay. Look, this person is a vampire energy, which I think you probably know about. Some of you don't though. Like for some of you, this is, or there's people in your circle that don't understand this about this person. But if that's the case, if you know who this person is and other people don't, I think you probably like know that already. This person's not doing well financially, I think. They might have tried to like suck the life out of somebody here, but they're not doing well because this person has low self-esteem because they have dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So this could have been like, I don't think this person has their own accomplishments. I think anything that they have to show for themselves in life, quote unquote, themselves, comes from somebody else. They've siphoned it off of someone else and they kind of know that. So this person has like low self-esteem because they've never engaged their own skill sets and talents. Not that they don't have skill sets and talents. They absolutely do. They've just chosen to be manipulative. I'm hearing this is this person's bread and butter. Bread and butter. And some of these people may have had a lot of, I just heard the word skrill. They may have had a lot of skrill in the past. So I don't know if somebody talks like that. Although, is skrill a seafood? Or no? Krill is a seafood. Okay, never mind. Wait, is it?
I don't know if skrill is anything, but krill is what, like, the filter feeders
the whales eat.
Whales, yeah.
Okay, so never mind. I thought maybe there was a seafood connection, but there's not. Yeah, and this person tries to hide who it is that they are. They try to hide their intentions. Also, this person could be pretending to be a beggar. Like, I think this person's not doing well. Like, maybe this is a mental health thing, but they could try to do that. But they are trying to vampire off of... I think that this person tries to put you in a weird mind space and then sneak away like they didn't do it or ask you for assistance. But I really don't think energetically you're at a place where you should be giving assistance. So Spirit's just giving you this heads up that this energy is around. I'm hearing they would try to pull anything out of a hat here to sabotage you. They really would. This person is just a trickster energy. And I don't know what that game is where like you find the queen, like, you know, and you try to... That's what this person tries to do. They try to confuse people about who is who and what is what. Okay, but this person is a trickster energy. I think maybe a lot of you, there's this child orphan energy. Okay, so again, where you could have spent a lot of time alone, potentially as a child, and potentially you've had these certain feelings of abandonment. But what this was doing was teaching you how to trust your intuition because you are a healer. And yeah, but part of being a healer is like keeping out energies that take from you in that way. So you have everything you need to kind of become aware of this, and they're asking you to step into like your warrior energy: strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. This person, they're saying, represents the shadow side of this, and I'm noticing the warrior energy. Like this person may try to throw like a lightning bolt, something to like trigger you or start a fight or start a war. This person wants to start a war, and I'm seeing like the Helen of Troy, you know? So it's like, you know, Aphrodite kind of, according to the myths, like started that war with the apple. The apple's like temptation or like the fruit, I don't know, to get you to fight over something. So I don't know. It's like this person could just try to toss an apple in, but they're really trying to throw some kind of a lightning bolt because this person is the shadow attribute of this, which is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted upon others. But this person likes to try to switch around, like, what's going on. Oh, I like Skrillex too. Well, what I've heard of Skrillex. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. There's some kind of karmic rebalancing that's going on in this. Because this says desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So you don't have to do anything. Like this person's evil ways are coming to the surface in more ways than one. And if this person, something's bubbling to the surface and I'm watching Spirit cut something open and just pull everything out of this person's nasty ass closet. If this person, they're supposed to be watching you. They're supposed to be quiet. They're supposed to be learning from you. They're supposed to be, because I just feel like this, it's giving evil eye. Okay. It's giving this person just watches you in a negative kind of way. They're feeling some kind of way about it because you trigger this, you're everything this person isn't, which is like self-made and talented. And like you haven't attached yourself onto somebody else in order to build yourself up in any way. So it's giving evil eye. But this person is supposed to be examining a different way of being and the results that come from that because Spirit is ever loving. I'm hearing it's because Spirit is ever loving and you do work for Spirit and you are brave and you are strong. But if this person wants to keep fucking with you or fuck with you, if they haven't been, like, because I think this person's I just think this person's mind is full of schemes. I also think there's some kind of illness here, not being well in the mind. That they are potentially meant to address. Like they're meant to understand like, oh wait, something's wrong. Like this isn't not a correct way to approach the social sphere and I should get help for this. I'm hearing medicine, like medication. There's some kind of writing, maybe a script or something like that. Like a prescription. Yeah. So, this person's meant to be observing self, right? Like they're observing you, but they're meant to kind of be observing themselves and saying, wait a second, is this who I want to be? Do I want to be actually? Because it's like, this person's a fan, okay? Like they're kind of fan energy and you're kind of showing them this other way of being, okay? But if they're not going to play along, like Spirit is saying, you're basically in timeout. So if you can't sit there, then there's going to be, the punishment's going to be more severe. It could come out that this person's watching you. It could come out that they're saying negative, nasty things. Because I'm seeing an iPad now. Like something is coming up on another screen. Like if this person is, this person doesn't know that something is being watched or something is being tracked, like whatever they're doing. I think I think something is being seen by someone, like on another device, like in another room or something like that. Something's going to come out that this person is doing something weird. Could be by an authority figure here, like with a king energy. Networker. Or somebody... I mean, yeah, somebody's watching this person. Could be a companion. Detective. Oh my God. Oh my God. So somebody here could have like hired like a personal private detective or something on this person, and they just are watching certain messages. And I think they're watching this person for a different reason, but it could potentially come out in the watch. Like you just might get a heads up like from your uncle or something. It's like, by the way, I've been watching your aunt because I thought she was stealing money or cheating on me or something. And you should know that she has, for some reason, been saying these weird things. Like, I don't know, like under this false account. I just want to give you a heads up because it's weird. Like literally there could be something like that. Okay. So hold on. Anything else? Okay, so that's weird. So Spirit's just giving you this heads up that there's this evil eye energy kind of around. So if you cleanse your space, cleanse your energy, also bolster your own energy and just say like that energy has no power here. Like whatever you do to just say like, that energy has no power here, basically. Remind yourself of who it is that you are. So there's gross energy around you, basically. That message has been coming up recently. I don't know if it's just the holiday season. Maybe this is a family member or somebody that's like checking in on you in the holiday season. But yeah, there's something like that. Anything else? Somebody is watching you because they find you incredibly attractive. Look, victim. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. That's the shared energy. You are learning how not to be victimized. This person is supposed to be learning how not to victimize others. It was a rough holiday. My youngest daughter keeps recording her when she doesn't know. Then she lets on. Oh my God. That's funny. Okay. So there is a huge karmic rebalancing going on now. Huge. And I kind of wonder, like, especially here at this turn of, I just heard turn of the century, but like this turn of like into 2024, there's a lot of karmic rebalancing that's going on. I think certain people are being given a practical solution for some kind of dilemma. And if they don't take it, they're going to get some kind of karmic repercussion. That's what I'm getting. That's Spirit just letting you know that there's a huge karmic rebalancing going on. You can just sit back and just know. Somebody has told lies on you. I've gotten this. This came out. Like somebody has told lies on you. They're obsessed with you. And they just lie on you. It's all because they are afraid of accepting Spirit's mentorship, which Spirit's been trying to get in touch with this person. And they're afraid of facing their own demons. Okay? And so Spirit has been, I think, whatever situation you've engaged in with this individual, because some of you kind of know who this person is, because I think they've given you grief in the past or they've given you problems or something. Maybe this person is like a storyteller that they tell, like they lie, basically. But yeah, like I just think that the Spirit is like outing this person, but you don't have to do anything here at this point. You just don't. And this situation is coming to a close if you've been dealing with a person like this. Okay, I'm just seeing like use your oils, use your crystals, use your sage. Now's a really good time. Like usher yourself into the new year right is just what I'm hearing. Okay. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, anything else? Okay, so you are really beautiful. You have a lot to give. You have a lot to offer. Okay. And I'm just hearing like, you're like a light and everybody's kind of drawn into you. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So that could be for some of you, it could be a sign of who this person is, because they could have tried to get you dependent on them in some way, which is maybe what is setting this person off so bad. Remember I said that they depend on others to the exclusion of effort. They kind of attach themselves on. So you potentially rejected a path of dependency on this person and they can't figure that out and they can't figure you out. And it could have been a trigger for this person. But you are are this child eternal. You have the determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and you have the ability to see things with fresh eyes. Spirit, okay, for some of you, there could have been a negative femme fatale energy here. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. You are being asked to see this person with fresh eyes. Yeah, okay. So I get this a lot where there's these two energies where one of them is the real deal. The other one is a phony. And so I think there could be these two energies, right? So one of them is this unhealthy version. And you could have thought this person was very childlike, you know, and this, what I just said, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. But actually you need to recognize that it's just an inability to grow up and be responsible. It's just childish. You thought that they were childlike. No, baby, they're not childlike. They're childish. Okay. Inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. That's what I'm saying. And I'm hearing it will bring nothing but this beggar energy. And this all is kind of being destroyed now. This is, okay, so that's what's hanging in the karmic balance. So for some of you, it's like there's two people that have been brought into your life for you to get for you to understand what the real deal looks like. Somebody who is genuinely that femme fatale energy, male or female. Somebody who is genuinely childlike and they see the world through fresh eyes, but they're mature still and they're responsible still. And in order for you were brought in the real deal in order for you to actually see the fake, the faux. The off-brand version for what they really are so that you can destroy that energy. That's like what's rebalancing the scales here. All right. Judgment. I'm telling you, there's a period of judgment. I'm hearing give up the ghost, and I'm hearing that song, I keep going to the river to pray because I need something that'll wash out the pain. And at most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Look at this. You guys, okay, I got this message before. Somebody could have like paid somebody money to do something sneaky to you. To watch you, but it's coming from this person. Look, this King of Wands, King of Swords. This could be some toxic love situation from your past. Somebody that you thought was the King of Pentacles, but this person could have like hired somebody to find you or to do something here to your business. Or to look at your business. If you have like a business, like a store or something, like just go into your store to see what you have going on. Yeah. I'm seeing an exchange of money here for underhanded purposes. All of this is because this person is refusing to accept the clarity of the situation and to obtain some kind of new perspective. I don't know. But there's a period of judgment going on. Things are being unearthed. You're giving up the past energy. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else do you want to say as the main message? Judgment is at the bottom. Okay, throat chakra. I'm telling you, you have cleared out a major karmic cycle. It could have to do with the throat chakra. Clearing out that throat chakra. I think some of you are going to have some really powerful things to say because of all the things that you learned in completing this karmic cycle. Yeah. I'm just really feeling that. You are also a paradox, I think, to some people. How you went from this to this, something like that. But it's because you completed your karma. It's nothing these people would understand, I'm hearing. It's nothing they would understand. And you're about to move forward at speed. I'm really getting that because you've planted the seeds and yeah, you've been doing the work. So you have a lot of blessings coming in 2024. Yeah. Somebody's really trying to get your attention, man. Because you ended something with them. This person, I just asked if they were dangerous. Because I don't know. For some of these people, not for everybody, but there's been that exchange of money and stuff like, that's weird. The Five of Swords, it's maybe a headache. But like I was saying in one of the other ones, it's like you're so strong and like they can't win. So just stay strong in your power. This is all meant to go on internally with this person, like within this person. Okay. So That's what I have. That's what I have. What an interesting reading. So, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. We need a Chaos Coven playlist. Cool. Ask whose money it really is. I don't know. Full energy. Nice. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it's resonating with you. I feel like there's a lot of blessings. The tea was hot today. Yes. I'm feeling that there's a lot of blessings coming in. So yeah, pile number one, it was coming in the form of a message, but it was a subtle message. So just a reminder to like, if you have a meditation practice, definitely keep up with that. But even if you're just bringing your energy down, like even if when you go to the washroom during the day or when you take a shower, like just, spend some time like calming your energy, like just make sure that you come down to that place where messages kind of can get through. Catherine, thank you so much for the $20. Yeah. And 2024, I'm really getting, okay, so you guys know January is about to be a big deal. Like in the world scene for like uncovering certain things. There's a lot of things I can't say on YouTube, but it's like certain lists that are coming out about certain negative, nasty people doing negative, nasty things. Major networks are like being uncovered and revealed. Isn't that amazing? That's not me like channeling that. That's actually happening. Like it's in the news, and January is going to be a big month for that. So that's amazing. Like a lot of things are being unearthed. They're being uncovered, and that is really, really exciting. And I think that's going on a collective level, but I think it's also going on a personal level here. Like in our lives, there are certain people that are just not allowed to get away with the things that they've been getting away from. There's a lot of souls that are changing, and they're saying, wait a minute, no, just no to everything that's going on. And they are speaking some kind of powerful truth. And it's uncovering what is hidden. Yeah. And I just think that is going on in personal lives as well, where like the negative people in people's personal lives, they're also like, I'm hearing putting their foot in it. They're like, people are calling them out or like, those kinds of things. So, yeah. So I just feel like a lot of that is going on, in 2024, especially like the beginning of 2024. I just think it's going to be like just a lot of uncovering. I wish you guys could see Luna on her little throne. She's so cute. Which again, that's kind of reminding me of the queen energy in pile number 2. Like Luna is our little queen and she's the moon energy and she's like up on her throne. So, but again, this feels like full moon energy that's coming through. Like, again, you've been working through a lot and now it's your time to shine, baby. But this is like that healthy feminine, like very, I just heard neutral, but just like elegant, calm kind of an energy coming through. So a reveal, just what I asked for Christmas. Yeah. This is just the main message that's coming through. Can we get a cauldron where we hear what you can't say? Oh my. Yeah, I wish we could. Yeah. I mean, there's like a lot on the internet about what's going on now. I went down. Thank you so much, Xanon Ice Snowflake, for the tip. Maybe on Patreon. Oh yeah. Maybe we'll do a live stream on Patreon. We'll just do a little talky talk. Thank you, Jess. Uttara Shada Nakshatra last night. It was so fun to look. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So I think that's what I have for you guys. We're going to go have some sandwiches today, have some leftovers, and thank you for spending your Friday morning with me as the witchy hangout. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Tarang. Thank you, Jess. I just want to let you know you're super loved, and thank you for sharing your profound wisdom and compassionate spirit with us. Oh, well, you're welcome. And I mean, I'm just tapping into like y'all's energy. So I feel like a lot of this is where we overlap and, we sing each other back to life. Bye, Janae. I'm having issues with Patreon. How can I reach out about that? Alex? Yeah. Leah is having issues with Patreon. Okay. If you just send us a message, we've had like the Christmas holiday and stuff, so we haven't been checking the messages, but it says it's locked. Okay, that's not something that we could.
Yeah, that's probably a Patreon.
Yeah, that's like a Patreon thing.
Generally speaking, anything to do with payments or account access or getting access to something that you're subscribed to and whatnot, if you're having issues with that on a technical basis, there's really not much that we can help with.
Yeah.
You have to reach out to Patreon customer support.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but basically if there's anything to do with like payment or being locked out of your account, like anything to do with like your account, then there's not really a lot that we can do about that. There's really like nothing that we can do about it, to be honest. But they do have, like, Patreon itself has customer support where you can just tell them that you pay for this, and they can look up like your account and everything, and that it's telling you that it's locked and stuff, and they can look in and try to figure out what's going on in the back end. But that's like because Patreon is like a platform that we use. So they maintain the platform, and then I just like maintain my page there. So if there's anything to do with that, then you can reach out to Patreon customer support. You have the same problem with Patreon. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Some people are saying to re-download the app or to install, and sometimes like just turning it off and turn it back on.
Something else that I would note is that Patreon recently revamped their whole like website, their whole platform. They've changed a lot of things both on the front end and the back end, which means that they have been having a lot of technical issues both for patrons and for creators and whatnot. And so reaching out to their support is going to be the best way to deal with a lot of this kind of weird stuff, because frankly, the more that they know that there's issues like this, the more that they have to address those problems, and hopefully it'll get cleared up for everybody who already has an issue and make sure that that doesn't continue.
That is true. They have like redone a lot of things. So.
And it's something that everybody that is like touching Patreon in any way, whether creator or patrons, have been complaining about all over the internet for the last like month or two.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't realize everybody's like, well, a couple people say that they don't like Patreon. You know, it's funny because Patreon's actually my favorite platform. Like, I have the least amount of problems with Patreon. I feel like whenever I have an issue, they fix it right away. It's really easy to use. Like, yeah. Oh. All right. Bye, guys. Oh, interesting. Father Alex dropping gems.
Yeah, if anybody needs any help and can't figure out, what may be going on or who to reach out to, you can always direct message us on Patreon.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if you heard that, but you can always send us a direct message on Patreon if you are struggling to just figure out like where, to go about certain things. So, okay. Bye guys. See you all next year. Clever. All right. I love that you guys have all these blessings, and thanks for stopping by. Oh, wait. We do have more products that are launching today. I guess I didn't think that. Well, you're going to have to see okay, so okay. So we always have the candles available, but these are little things that we use with our candles, like in a ritualistic sense. So you guys are gonna see my Christmas tree and stuff, but there's nothing messy over there. Okay, so this is just a mirror, and then the back is a chalkboard, so you can write your intentions or spells or anything like that here on the back. So mirrors, if you don't know, they are portals or they're magnifiers. Sometimes whenever you are using your intentional work. So I like to set this mirror down, and then we have these little coaster things. So you can get these just single, so we have this you can buy as a set, like the mirror and a coaster. And then what you do, you can kind of see we have it set up over here. That's our little setup here.
Been using it for a while.
Yeah. And you put the candle on to this. And if you're unfamiliar with the pentagram, you should just look up the pentagram. Okay, have you ever tried to draw a pentagram? It seems like it's easy. It's not. Okay, the math within it. And it's that math that creates, because it's all about the angles, right? So you have to draw the intersection point of the different angles. Well, a pentagram is just a highly protective symbol in craft, especially where there is some kind of portal or some kind of intention that you're kind of trying to open up. And so we like to use that under that symbolism underneath the candle. And then of course it keeps the coaster keeps the candle from sitting directly on the mirror and then causing issues there. So this is just a really like, it's amplifying, it's protecting whatever energy you're kind of opening up. So yeah, the 33, yeah. It better not break while shipping. No, and we have talked about that because we don't know how the mirrors are going to do in shipping. Like we have obviously done our due diligence. We think that they're going to be fine in shipping. Of course, let us know if they're not. But we've already spoken over all of the mirrors that it's not like we just take all of that away because it's just part of the natural process and everything like that. So take all my money. Yeah. So, but this is really, really helpful. Of course, you can get more than one set. And also you can buy I'm just going to put this back even though it's like hot. You can buy a pack of 6 of these coasters, like especially if you already have candles or even if you have more than one candle, because it doesn't necessarily just have to be a ritual candle that, you know, you can light and have some kind of like an intention towards. So if you want to just buy a pack of these and put them under all of your candles. And the nice thing about this is because, you know, we have people in our family and stuff that like, we don't exactly talk about, you know, I don't know, witchy stuff with them, but you can still use the pentagram. You can flip it over. Whoa. So you can flip it over. So it's still there and it's still at the bottom, but nobody can really tell what this is. And of course, like whatever you write on the chalkboard part is going to be like not seen anyways. So you can totally be incognito with this and you don't have to worry about, you know, whatever. Cause I feel like people put candles on mirrors and people put flowers, you know, little flower wreaths on mirrors, like around candles and stuff. People do that stuff all the time. You could even put like a little, you know, one of those tinier wreaths like around your candle. Nobody would even know that this is like exactly what it is. But I just feel like this is really, I like to do a lot of candle work. We light a lot of candles around the house. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. Just the potions can be rough while shipping. Oh yeah, from the US to EU, probably. Yeah, this is, Alex, this is on Etsy, but yeah, like through the Nine Woods site. And there's a promo code as well too for 20% off.
Yeah, it's in the description of the live stream for the video. Then it also posted in the chat here about.
Cool. He's going to post it in the chat, but it's also in the description box for the live stream. And then the coupon is mirror mirror. Nice. Candle magic for the win. Yeah. So this is, again, like these are things that we do for ourselves, and I'm so glad to be able to share this with you guys as well so that you can get your like little witchy magic selves on as well. And, you know, some people that do have like the candles and stuff, they like to light them during the live stream so that we all kind of create a grid. At least that's how I think of it in my mind, especially with the mirror and stuff. Like it can create like a portal and a grid. Oh, it's not. Oh, shit. Okay. No, we have this weird little half-see wall here. So I can't like, she is just behind the wall. Somebody wanted to see Soul. Yeah. Okay. So candle magic for the win. I still want a winter candle. The winter candles are the best. They smell so good. Crystal Maven, she's catching up. The grandparents thing. Yes. Okay. We should have a sigil for the Chaos Coven that we can draw on our mirrors. We should figure that out. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Cool. I do light the candle before the lives. Yeah, a lot of people do that. So, okay. I think that's all. I'm going to go eat some food. Thank you for spending Friday with me. And I look forward to your blessings coming in 2024. I can tell that they were hard earned. All right. Chipotle logo. All right. Bye guys.